Pistols deliver, and FaZe should be able to collect. Oh, yeah.
Okay, well, some nice shooting there, and a creative pistol as Siren can't salvage a frag out of that one. But I like the idea, right? The Heaven and Hell wrap, but doing it through main. You ask the questions of the potential vent drop, then they leak through. The top players, this is where you think you draw that rotation point, and they even got that opening incision. So I like the idea. It's Jacob's multi, the pole, slowing them down.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome, welcome. As you can see, we've got a beautiful co-stream running up. We are playing co-streamer for the next couple hours. Beautiful Esports World Cup on our screens. We currently have BB, Bet Boom versus FaZe. The game match has just started. We've got FaZe at 1-0.
They draw a twist towards Yard with the smokes, and they come. You've got Natu on the site, Jacob on the rafters.
And Natu, he could unload with the MP9.
Be right back. Need to fix something quickly. Okay, there we go. We're back. We're back. Apologies for that. I had some issues. We still have some issues. There we go. Let's move the old little man over to that side. Let's cut off a bit of bone. So some more space. There we go. So let's bring that back. Let's just make him actually a little smaller. There we go. Little fella standing over there. Oi, oi. Perfect. There we go. As I mentioned, we've got a co-stream currently running up. We've got beautiful Esports World Cup up and running. It seems as though there's some violence in the air. We've got FaZe at 2-0.
Zorti. Some pistol upgrades of 2 digs, one for Siren, one for Dilladex. That's being spotted and heard. But we can deal with this one swiftly. Just on that main roof. Seeing if they want to go for a deep peek. So protecting Ninja's position and
Well, that's a SMG kill. Nice.
that exchange to go down. Siren needs your locking horns.
He has no idea how close he came as well. 97 in what, 3? Nice pick off on the smoke break. Zorti caught out back red. They're not giving him anything here, Chad, and understandably so. Like you said, trying to minimize the casualties. Next, you should probably just be hiding. And Twist has got Yard on lock.
Unless he wants an upgrade, and then go and
Okay.
offer yourself to the gods and see what you can do.
Offer yourself up to the
As long
gods.
as you can, huh? Okay, well,
Excruciating these rounds now. You've got the disadvantage. You kind of know your chances of getting the bomb down are minimal. Oh, especially now.
There we go. There's an op shot.
Move. Jay Bowen catches.
2 left, 1 scout, 1 P.
Magna's still on that
1
roof
Tech
point.
9 rather, not P90.
So, under the impression that he's still there. Nice pick off.
Only 1 Tech left. Charge in.
okay, all
And
five
dead.
staying alive.
All 5 staying alive.
For Jay Bowen, leads
It's
with 3.
good for the economy.
Just a reminder for everybody, as the Vito PvT had a choice between Inferno or Nuke. They opted to take it to Nuke, but the last time they played it was back at the Major. They didn't play it at XSE. They played it at the Major against Aurora on stage in the playoffs, and
That's right.
it was the end of their run.
It was quite a dominant win.
It was uninspiring.
That's nice and emphatic. It was the end of their run.
It's hard to come into place because you had Flamis, you had lower pressure, but we got the guns out.
Okay, lads, where are we going? Zorti to escort, top silo.
So there's extra HE here for Jay Bowen. He can break again.
Oh, look at the top of the head there, spotted, and Zorti did not block Twists. Tracks him as he dismounts.
Another HE break.
Burst blood, a little flash for garage control, confirming no one's pushed too far forward.
And this is really nice from Twist. He didn't just relinquish control. Sure, Siren's gotten down the vent. There's no rotation for that right now, but he doesn't have the bomb. So there needs to be an avenue to get there. Do they want to go ramp and try and pressure that are frozen right now? Do they want to try and go down Squeaky Door? They could scuttle a smoke, drop down the vent, try and join up with Siren, and then breach into that bomb site. I think they'll be held at bay for a moment longer. That one lands at around the 50-second mark, and that might force their hand to either just sit back, wait, or again, try their
Sneaking
luck at
in.
ramp, and it appears to be the hurry up and wait option.
Patience is the name of the game.
Check in on Siren, just maintaining that vent rotate. Obviously has to make a sound if he wants to progress further.
Okay, so Boom's just going to molly top Heart.
Ninja spotting one and nearly has Nate dead. Should finish him with the flame. Nate 12 HP and alive and kicking. Getting awkward in a 5-on-3. 20 seconds, they're just running into Jacob. And that is clean from FaZe. Another
Wow.
shutout.
Baby's not got a chance.
That one is a little bit concerning for me because Boomich also had the smoke. So if he left the smoke with a lobby player, they comboed the smoke, vent, and then the molly at the same time. But a Squeaky Door walkout, that's pretty common. I'm surprised they didn't just go for down the fireman pole.
Yeah.
Oh, try peeking like that is quite brave. Overconfident in your own abilities to trade. Unfortunately, overconfidence cost them.
That's their first rifle round, and we're already 5 rounds deep.
You have, through this buying pattern, definitely dug yourself into quite a nasty position.
Fortunately, you have the max loss bonus.
Max win.
That's nice, right?
Yeah.
So you take
Max loss bonus is basically looking at the glass half full and realizing you're in the middle of a Felfire.
to get a kill. You can bring out a hero. You can allow
It might be good, but it means that you are not in a good situation to get there.
going. Jez with a Galil Kevlar. Zorti will be saving for the AWP. And fast smoke or yard.
That's smoke. It's got to be broken open.
To have a sweep and nothing spotted. Poor
Ooh,
Easy.
peek of the head.
Oh, and another one to Magnajez. Just a
Seems
shooting gallery
slightly
between
uncoordinated, the
every
pushes there.
with missing teammates, missing limbs. Magnajez and Boomich sidelined. You have got down there. Zorti's got the bomb on his back.
I have missed the cross a bit there.
CT's yet to rotate down. You know Vence is likely off limits. Frozen on his way.
Everybody quiet, listening for the door. Do you hear the tweet?
Himself across, a bullet connecting to the Kevlar of Frozen. Mission accomplished as far as BB are concerned. You got yourself a plan. Are you going to get around?
Is you still worried about this lurk?
And he's not wrong. Siren is going to worm his way through the smoke, and perfect camera to highlight the timing on that one.
Well, the bomb is planted.
Just a really patient retake.
Well, they all had kits. You know, they're doing it together, which is a really good sign that communication's on point. Dilladez first frag. No,
And nothing. Doesn't even land a shot.
And now we will get the guns out again. So second full gun round.
Everybody's got a couple of money.
Very, very comfortable stuff. I think the lack of kills is the most concerning part of this right now. You've got 0 on Zordi, 0 on Dilladez, and 2 apiece for the other 3. So that's only 6 frags and 6 rounds of play.
Yeah, and J Bowen alone has none.
He's been a fun addition to this roster. Bring a lot of energy. This is what happens when you bring in green players, right? Obviously, it can be a risk. They can be a bit nervy.
Absolutely.
But if they can deliver, and he's looked comfy, third highest rated player for them in their 25 maps played so far. Still Twist and Frozen towards the top of the scoreboard, as you'd expect. And that Zorti Orb won't get a chance, and it's been consistent and persistent with these smoke wall breaks, right? They've funneled a bunch in, round after round.
Oh wait, I thought we were seeing a nerdy Molly lineup there, trying to take Frozen out of his roost. And flash and go, Frozen tucks in, he's got a lot of pressure, rotation from J Bowen.
If you stick on the wall, you might be able to actually cover it. That was a good flash. Oh. Oh. It's a 3v2. It's possible. Clearing everything, including the kitchen sink. Ooh, no chance. No chance in hell. No chance.
Teams just behind us here, so we can hear all the hooting and hollering. And then down the row, we've got Astralis players. We've got that B stream going on as well. This half is still recoverable as far as the
Wow.
worried about the individuals. They get a bit more output. They're not really warmed into this one just yet.
Yeah, they're a little cold.
5 rounds is the max. If they could get themselves a 8-4 half, even a 9-3 and a pistol on the other side, you give them a chance. But right now, it's domination.
Oh, and I love it. Perfect time for an aggressive orb maneuver. J Bowen, he's been such a thorn in their side on yard, and now suddenly, round 8, he's gone and drawn blood in the lobby.
Phase is looking good.
Such a cool maneuver for an AWPer to be going for.
Can't catch a bloody break right now.
And we all, know this feeling. A half where suddenly you're helpless, your opponents are gods. And hang on, Siren removing Frozen, keeping empty hands on the ramp player could enable a bit more. Twist, Nadeju, everyone's trading blows. Boomich down, it's into the 3-on-2. Advantage phase, but with Magna Jez. Oh no! He's got no scope, trying to go Vents.
FaZe have a...
It's causing a lot of damage. He's killing them all.
Standing in the situation. He's had some explosive moments for the team over there.
No. Don't do that.
As I mentioned, the post-Brokey era.
Open up the wrong program. My bad, my bad.
Bring more impact for the team on the scoreboard. I'm posting up towards
It seems as though
about 35 seconds left on the clock.
BB hasn't found themselves in a positive situation. Like they've only ever been behind.
How to be that? It's okay. Jacob puts a bow on it, and this could not look any better.
this is, like you said, recoverable. So for FaZe, it is keep the boot on the throat. Do not allow them to catch a breath, and do not allow momentum to build before you swap sides. And a play like this to start, like, it really will shatter what little confidence you may
The score's 0-8, so that's even worse than James Bond.
That to be the vibe in the FaZe camp of don't let up, right? You're not aiming to win 13-0, but you know that this is CT side nuke, and sure, you've had a great start, but you don't want to have one slip up and let them back in this game.
No, keep the pressure on.
Yard heavy focus from the T's. We're going to have.
Once you've got the foot on the throat, the boot down, you use it as hard as possible.
So Twist starts Yard, Frozen supports him, Jibowen's on the ramp.
And they're about to be in main.
Yeah, a lot of pressure onto that top player. Nate needs to trade. Jacob unable to provide. Trade onto Twist boots. He jumps evasively, and he's gotten away with it. That's a funny one. He should be dead to Magnajez. I say that as the... Oh, GLHF is having a nightmare. You can see him reclining in his chair. Every time he goes near Hut, someone on FaZe is blowing his brains out.
And that's with the opening as well. They've been very, very hard to come by. That's the second opening kill for Magnajez in this one so far. It's the third in total for the T-Hall.
Who was that on Silo trying to track Twist's toes? That was a funny exchange.
They're lucky to get away with his life on this one. This is the entry I'm talking about. Bang. Great shot. Exactly what you need. But then, the feed is just blue. Everybody delivering. Letting out a big roar. Twist lines the... And that one fell. Okay, well, 3 rounds left in this half of play. We're into a partial.
0-9. Will they end on a 0-12? That is a little dangerous. It's not anything that... It's not something anybody wants.
There's always a change-up. There's always an idea.
They've lacked multis. They've lacked openers.
And this might be, again, the perfect move.
It's so risky for Twist to push through this, though, without some type of support.
He gets Siren for free, potentially. It depends how long he's planning on lurking around. Oh, even a bit of spam onto Dilladez there. He's not quite... Oh, did he...
He saw him.
He saw enough?
Yeah.
So he knows, and he goes. He's going to catch this lurk. Siren can't... Oh,
no. That's a couple of funny noises.
You're going to have to take this lobby space. So they are trying to get some room, but back the long way around is Siren. This will level us up 4v4. Okay, bomb's just gone down 40 seconds. Start counting. Retake on.
Up close with Tech 9s. It really does look like this could be the first for BB.
Will they succeed? Yes? No?
Not the weapon you want up close versus the Tech 9. No,
it's got the techs. Ooh, finally the...
Oh, and Boomich finding 2 up close and personal.
1v3, most likely a win. There we go. Got a dink.
10 rounds until we see a BB team round on the board. It's something.
But this is it. I don't... It's been dominant. So it's very hard to sit here and be excited about this and a comeback.
But I'm trying, man.
But this is the thing. If they get 9-3, sure, the scoreline doesn't read very favorably. You win the T-side pistol. They either force a Rico, you win that one. Right, first gun round goes your way. Game's back on. So sure, that was with Tech.
Yeah, well, that's a good start. It is 1.
Aim wasn't great on that frag, but I don't think that was the costly one, right? They were down secret. It's not great. It's not the end of the world. But this is where the comeback could
Ooh, there we go. That's the first one. Missed an op shot. Is this the start of the comeback? Good smoke wall outside.
Again, they want to try and pressure ramp of Frozen. Seen this a couple of times. Nade in the pocket, decent damage done.
Yeah, connection to Siren and Sortie.
Any nade where you can do a collective of 40 or more damage is good. Oh, that's nice. Positive equalized. A lot of bit of burning there as well.
Now you're forced to heavy rotation, so this is where the mid-rounding of Boomich can come into play. You've got this lurk outside of Magnajez, going to look some room, see if he can pick somebody up in rotation.
You see such uncertainty from Twist. They had no info on Yard, don't know how far they've progressed.
A little uncertain there from the old Twisty.
This is very tough if it does turn into a top play. Twists alongside of Nature will be stressed. There's a lot to consider. So, excuse me, Jacob.
Magnajez versus Twist. Finds the headshot.
Oh.
Trade from Boomich.
Still 3v3.
Jacob back of the site. Low HP.
Bomb still ramp.
And the bomb still ramp with 40 or 30 seconds remaining. Nateju in the right position and confirms B presence. Going for that headshot angle, does do damage to Dilladez. Important frag from Sorty. Boomich will punish Jebowen on the door. Important pickup, stops the AWP.
They've got money, so Jacob can give this one a go, right? This is a very tough 1-on-3, but he has no reason not to go for it. Jacob,
Yeah, there's enough money.
Starts off descending the stairs, spots a flash of flash, sees Boomich retreating. Understandably, you're going to be playing the advantage. Jacob got to force the issue, unable to track or even pull the trigger. Important second consecutive round from Team BB.
Okay, so FaZe will be able to get the full buy, but I think NKJ, I like this timeout. I think that this is key for a couple of reasons. First, just lock them in for this final round, right? Maybe sweep away a few of those frustrations that were brewing for how you lost the last.
I think it's a good time to call a timeout. It's the last round.
Halftime break, right? It's only going to be 30 seconds. So right now, if this round is quick and you lose it as well, you could get ahead of some of the frustrations now. Don't have to worry about doing that in the quick 30 seconds that you're going to have. So he wants double digits, and he wants it now. Have everything they need. Diffuse gets across the board. Everybody has head armor. Fought for Jebowen. Full sets of nades. They'll leave flashes at spawn. They've had a very dominant half, but again, it is a game of two halves, right? There's a reason that the CT and the T sides, different objectives, is we get this one back underway. So what do you do, Pete? Looks to want to take that first pick outside.
That was a bit funny. It's one of the coolest things for me to watch is pro players get frustrated because you can feel it. You can even feel it on your like from yourself.
Rotated back now. Second smoke wall in. Jacob will break this. Hello.
Oh, he got info. Did he? No, maybe the flash obscured. Magna jets towards the main now. Knows tracking from Twist doesn't connect. It's a question for Jacob, and he has found the answer. Important from Dilladez. There's one on Siren onto Jebowen.
Ooh, finally they're getting positive trades. 3 versus 2.
Tucked to the back of the site, and they're about to apply a lot of pressure. Molly lands, Siren's wide, and it should be round. Just frozen to get past. Now spotted, audible. And Zorty's AWP might be the one to close this down. Yes,
there we go.
Indeed. An end to the half. 3, recovery of sorts.
And I think Dilladez.
Good job.
So the fact he got on the board there finally in the tail end of that one will put a smile on your face for the wrong reasons, but you do want to shrug it off, right? Nobody wants to finish a map without getting any frags in play.
You seen this kill spread from FaZe?
Yes, everybody was, when anybody came knocking, they were delivering, right? It was very dynamic in terms of the opening kills. Everybody was able to deliver in that department. Everybody was able to find multi-kills. Everybody with multiple multi-kills. So that's just a really strong CT side. Now this is where we're going to put them under the microscope. This is where the scrutiny will come in. We're looking T side now. If they can get the pistol, they can get it done with nice and quick. You lose the pistol, this could be a comeback starting to unfold. So 3 straight. FaZe stem the bleeding now. Or do Team BB start bringing this one back into conversation? Remember, winner of this will take on Legacy. And winner of that will be in the 16-team playoff bracket. P250 of Jebowen, given the opportunity to search. Top main, smoke scuttles in.
Unbreakable for Boomich. P250 versus USP, it's a fair fight. He's not ready for Jacob up close.
Oh, missed a headshot there. Double tap from the Boomich.
Not good enough. Looked like he did get a headshot, but healthy is Boom. Dilladez confirms Jebowen down double doors. He's got the perfect timing. A free
Oh, good headshot. Good flick. Finally, Dilladez gets his due.
See how quick it goes from a 9-0 scoreline to a 9-4.
Could quickly go to 95 as well.
So if they do force buy, extremely limited.
They don't want to give him anything, Chad.
Understandable. Oh, look at shots! All right. Boomich walks away from that one somehow.
There we go. But he's pulling the punches.
Looks like it is going to be the eco. This is probably the better of the options, because if you let the flow-on effects of Force by Wars early trickle too long, then FaZe will be deep before they start getting the guns out again. Remember, it was round 5 in the first half before we saw Team BB fully strapped. FaZe are going to want to get there a little bit quicker. Now it is going to just be 5 Glocks, so we're going to have a tough time discussing the possibilities of even a plant. That would really help out. We might see some Galils come into the mix next round for FaZe as opposed to the AKs because they're going to need this util.
Well, we get to see, you know, the difference in comparison of the philosophies. We saw Team BB go for a second round force in the absence of that.
I think when you look at...
Waiting for a full eco? Yeah, full eco. Because there's no plant. Doesn't make sense to put in money. Everybody's on about 2,000.
Right? 2 towards ramp, 2 towards top, and you had 1 passive out. It's like, well, the worst thing that could happen is we get deagled outside in this type of round. So let's make sure that we lock down these sites.
Play at range, there we go.
Down the sights they shall. Very comfortable for
Ooh, double dink. But it only cost him 1. That's nice.
We are on our way to a very real comeback. If they can find themselves something on the first gun, FaZe will start feeling that pressure. That pressure that was completely absent in the 9-0 start.
Yeah, but now it's a 9-5. It's only 4 rounds.
Doesn't matter what the scoreline is.
That's the thing you can see about the R12 rounds is a big lead can quickly run away if you win a pistol. Ooh, damaging themselves. Oh. Yeah, but there's a couple so low. It's like you sneeze on them.
A lot of damage done to J-Bowen and Jacob here. They are just going to hit the pause because now they have the util. They're hoping to force that rotation, see if they could catch anybody, and they're rerouting now heavily back towards lobby to join Frozen. It's forced 2 players down, util being left and juggled. Thoughty wanting to stay nimble. This is still very, very tough for FaZe. I know they got this space early, but they haven't overplayed their hand yet. They've been starting to make a move. They could get caught here.
Haven't overplayed their hand yet.
Aaron on high alert. Nature lurking.
Do you think they will?
And Dilladez could come out for the clear. This is the fight. Can you call ramp clear? Can you inform your squad? It's all about the timings here. Dilladez pathing. He knows it's a necessary clear. Head to head for Nature. He's in trouble. Tagged up by the M4.
Oh, good shot.
Hits the heady. Dilladez cannot catch a break. Boomage removed. J-Bowen makes it so. Nice dunk back. Magnajez a double before he's fell.
Oh.
He's good for 2.
Locking it down. He's 1 tap away.
Feels unwinnable.
Even a Glock can win this. Yeah, we go.
High impact. Harosh says Boomage, and he's right. They are going in the right direction.
And this is one of the, well, not problems, this is Counter-Strike, right? The fact that you're 9-0 down, you know that, hey, we just need a couple of rounds on the T side of nuke, and then we can start working back into the game. And that's exactly what's starting to unfold in front of our eyes. Now, it would be bad to lose to a light buy at this stage of the game. This is where you need to keep it as spotless as what FaZe did. And this is where twists in combination...
Yeah, because you can easily lose here and cost you everything.
I like that call, because either you did it because you know Dilladez is having a bad game and you want to explode him, that's fine. Or you know that your boys can be rabid dogs once you get them out into a bit of space. You use the pace. It's you're unable to find what was necessary for the finish. So you can just see Eagles are plenty. J-Bowen saving for that AWP. We'll watch FaZe put their aim on display if they want to have a crack at this one.
FaZe Clan individuals are not to be underestimated on these sidearms.
And the round that got BB Team going in the first half was a Tech 9 round. I know we're not quite there yet.
It's a deagle round. A couple of 1 deags. Easily open the door.
Magnajez flirting with death every time he does go for a little jiggle. And he's found
Oh, good.
Very composed. Striking that perfect balance between not overextending into
Another head. That's 3.
but not playing too scared and
Oof, imagine he got the clip.
just a pistol. He's played that perfect.
And it's looking to be flawless, isn't it? So this is exactly what you'd be hoping for if you were fierce. J-Bowen hoping he could get a little something. He's going to continue to run down the clock, but we're at the 20-second mark, and he needs to get that loss bonus. So we'll have to start searching out a fight. Has the bomb, so he can always force that.
Look at the minimap. There are 3 players. Yeah, you ain't getting that bomb down
Yeah. There's not a chance of a bomb plant there, bro.
All of a sudden. When do the nerves kick in?
So out of the 4 rounds played in this second half, they managed to get the opening kill on 3 of them. Obviously, this one being the easiest. Actually, the second round was the easiest. That was full blocks.
Dilladez just got his third.
He's working back up.
He's coming back.
Never give up. That's the mantra.
That is the mantra. In Counter-Strike, you really must show resilience. So easy to be put on tilt in this video game. Oh, I like this. They're setting Dilladez up for an aggressive maneuver. Pressure on the ramp side. Frozen audible. He heard that flash, anticipates an aggressive maneuver. Smokes arrive on yard. What's the plan, FaZe? Lurk smoke towards Squeak. Another layer of this smoke wall, but
Boomage is going to block them once they get down secret, if they get down secret. They've taken warehouse control.
okay. Jacob, susceptible to that smoke break, takes a little bit of damage from the HE. A little bit of damage onto the AWP and the bomb carrier. So Magnajez
Some good damage.
A little bit of damage onto 2.
Jacob is half, or less than half even.
This could be one hell of a HE if he times it right. There are 3 members of FaZe just behind that smoke.
Will it be a slam dunk?
On the fade, he throws
Kobe!
it in and right on the money.
Good Kobe damage. Jacob is down to 32.
Down to 32. Boom on that jump spot is going to be eventually thwarted. They're going to go for a boost. The AWP can catch him. He's a bit quick on the trigger as
Time's
Jay
a
Bowen.
problem now. 30 seconds and they're still fishing towards secret. This call is going to be tough to
Ooh,
make.
hang on. Yeah, Twist's position could enable a pivot. But time's so sensitive, and Dilladez is locked in on that heaven position. Hoping he can catch that perfect distraction frag. 17 seconds, and down goes Dilladez. Siren spotted. Boom's on site. They mess up the doors. He double used. Too easy. Slammed the door in his team's face, and that's going to be another BB round.
Yeah, the pressure.
Ooh, wrong button. My bad.
Time running so low. It's not easy to be a team who is able to stay calm in those dying moments, and that is now a 1-round game. So BB team have brought themselves well and truly back into this. I'd expect a timeout.
So from a 9-0 to a 9-9, possibly.
Because, sure, this half it's 5 straight, but it's technically 8 straight. So they're running away with this. The momentum has swung in a big way. We were talking about
Yeah, it swung all the way, if you ask me.
being a team effort for FaZe. Right now, I know that this is why I wish we had it in the old school days, like the 1.6 of the source, where the scoreboard reset at half, or at least give us a toggle valve. But that way I can see exactly how few frags have been coming through for FaZe in this second half. If I did a quick count, I'm going to say it's probably at 4 or 5.
Yeah, minimal for sure. I mean, when we swapped sides, everyone was between 10 and 14.
Hasn't moved much at all, has it? So just a lack of anything, and well, that's been the story of both of these teams' T-halves in the early stages.
Can't have been 14, I'll tell you that much for free. 13 max on Jay Bowen. Let's get it in with the guns. HE providing the smoke wall. Twist going to be leading the pack. Might even boost the AWP up for a little bit of presence early towards the yard side. A boost for Dilladez, continuing their plan of setting him up to succeed.
That's a question. Will the comeback be back? Will it be made real with a full 9-9?
So they're setting Twist up for a play. This is going to be interesting. Up against the AWP. And a missed shot. You can't
Should have gotten that
to be missing shots like that. Zorti gets jiggled out.
on a play.
Twist makes it across safely.
I don't think anyone else is going to try and cross. I think this is to force the rotation, and then they're going to play back towards Heaven
Ooh,
Hell,
good
or
flash.
split with just the staunch setup right now that we're seeing.
Boost Red could catch Zorti here. Not an easy shot. Don't you dare repeat that.
But 2 more shots from the same angle.
Again, they've got room, but BB team are happy to give it over.
Here we go. Nice from Boomage.
Into the vents.
Equals that fight. Takes down Twist. First blood.
Third time lucky.
9-9-9. That's what NKJ's saying anyway. Bang.
Oh, there we go.
Still a player up Heaven.
Frustrated. 25 seconds. This is just perfect for Magnajez. He just has to hang out.
If Magnajez gets 1 kill, I think it's a 3-3. It's a 9-9.
Force him out of Heaven. Not a favorable duel by any stretch of the imagination. He peeks
That's
in.
9-9.
Jacob needed that. 13 seconds.
There we go.
No, you don't stand a chance.
A flying
Good job, Siren.
Okay, well, Jay Bowen, if you go down after... Oh, you've been spotted. They might try and kill you after time. This is nightmare fuel right here for Jay Bowen.
They're letting him have it.
Fair enough. All right.
And yeah, I thought Sirens were singers. And by the looks of it, they're flyers.
Maybe some Tech 9s coming into play for FaZe in this one. And I'd like to call the next timeout if I was NKJ now, potentially, because Jay Bowen's not going to get an AWP in the next round.
9-9.
Unless they save it again. So he needs to find some impact now. This is a chance to make a dent. Otherwise, you're getting swept. Zorti going for a hut play.
Yeah, a similar moment in the half than we saw from Jay Bowen in the first. Frozen. Spotted and removed.
Taking some real liberties now, aren't they?
I love the proactivity there. And if you go hunting for him, you're going to be walking into Zorti's crosshair. So now what?
Well, looking for a bit of revenge, BB team, from that match a month ago back in China. And
Oh, what a buy. You've got the AWP, got 2 techs, got a deagle, and 7 on the floor.
13-2 and a 13-6 on Cash and Ancient. Oh, okay. Well,
that was missed.
He was walking as well.
It might actually cost them here in a big way. In a big way. There's 2 players down towards B. Okay.
That was unfortunate.
Boom
Should be
and
fine.
Dilladez.
Should be fine.
You'd have to, no,
Oh,
lose control of the spray, which he hasn't. Perfect. Jacob's gone. Nature, you've got the bomb. Takes it out, draws the doors. How's Jay Bowen supposed to help with this? He's got the best gun and he has managed to contribute. Catches Boom. Taking their sweet time.
Oh, that's a lucky nade. Oh,
Headshot's been hit. Siren susceptible. 20 seconds. You need that bomb plant. Good beat from Dilladez. Oh, perfect shot from Twist at range.
really with that buy?
Now Siren, 18 points of health. They are low. This is winnable.
There's 78 points in the entire server of health.
Hit one. Surely an easy clear, an easy pickup for Siren. Then perhaps the transfer. Clears his corners and Twist has done it again. 2 long-range headshots on the Tech 9. 3 in the round. Big from Russell Van Dolken.
They pushed lobby. They had full control. That Zorti miss at the time doesn't feel like a big deal. Okay, you missed the shot, sure, but you've got the man advantage.
Such violence.
Control, but it's because the rotation in, right? They were banking on Zorti getting a kill and slowing this down because look at this, the rotation point. That duel, I understand Twist does not have the best gun for that fight, but caught out of position, rotating in and Twists. Makes a massive moment of that. It's both teams, they get their T sides underway with Tech 9.
That's a gift. An incredible gift to FaZe. A bit of a remedy, a balm to what has been a rough half of Counter-Strike. Zorti tries his luck again. Jacob's already made it a
Well,
close, but he will have the advantage on this peak. Yeah, Zorti did not anticipate already 2 players making it across early trophy.
That could be where the game slips away. Your mental is in the mud right now if you're Zorti. You know, you had 2 impactful moments lined up and both have gone. Dilladez behind the smoke. It's about to fade.
How diligent are they on this smoke break? Spotted him close. Flashes catch him. MagnaJets has vision and provides.
Good info though. 2 players ramp. Do FaZe immediately pivot or do they let Twist work? A lot of room towards Yard.
He's heard that.
Yeah, noisy. Yeah, let the man work.
Yeah, he's
relaying. Round-winning play.
God, the fact he can just walk up that ladder. Or does he want to go rap into MagnaJets? This is a free frag. This is great awareness from MagnaJets on this potential. Twist peeks in. And the angle's perfect. Howya clears, looking the wrong way.
Oh, 1 for 1. That's a good trade.
3 with 30 seconds and just 1 rotated down already. Siren, or rather Boomich, needs help. Dilladez single door. Jay Bowen on the line. It's looking to get that plant disrupted. Primary objective here from BB team. Door swings open. You've got to find a safe spot to plant. Natejuice hit Boom. That could enable a plant, but Dilladez takes the AWP out of the equation. You're in so much trouble. They can just run him down. Has to fake to isolate.
Oh, almost lined up.
That was very nearly a cheeky 1v2. You can see
Almost lined up.
that could have gone awfully wrong.
Well, unable to get consecutive off the back of the Tech 9.
Seeing their lives flash in front of their eyes.
This one, I thought it was another Zorti miss that was going to be costly. They battle back in. Oof, this one is intense out here, all tied up. We get that third tactical timeout from NK. So if you're Bebum, you know you're well and truly back in this. You've got 7k on Twist, you've got 5 on Natu. He's already bought head armor, so a bit more than that. 3.5 on Jacob, 4.2 on Jay Bowen. They could drop the AWP. Doesn't look like they're going to facilitate that. This trade from Jacob was great as well. It's not enough. Boomich swings open the door, bomb loose, time running out. A very important frag there from Dilladez, who's had a tough map. He's 7 kills deep now, and that one's extremely impactful. We've got a tech timeout here. Twist reporting audio plus mic issues. So we'll get that one.
Audio plus mic issues.
Playing at home. And we can take a bit of a look. We don't do spoilers around here. This is more for my curiosity. What's going on that B stream? Okay, where are we?
Yeah, let's actually have a look.
Debate versus P-Vision game that was finishing up. Looks like Astralis and MIBR are starting to take to that secondary stream.
Yeah, I bet we've got a 10-10 going on there. We've got Paravision.
And it looks like the issue's solved already, so this one looks like it's going to go the distance.
B8 1 there versus Paravision 13-11, yeah.
He has got the signature.
Yeah, we're back.
Front spawn HG.
Yeah, he's needed to open that door. Is he going out, though?
Going out hard. Looks like it is. This is an audacious charge. Siren drops back sight. Mag 10.
Oh, good flash.
Siren not prepared. Good from Dylan.
Good trade. Oh, 99.
One single point of health separating him from the other side.
Money's on the line here for BB team.
Zorte gives away that he's upstairs.
Can't really stop it.
I don't want to say it, but I think it has to be. The save needs to come through. You only have 1,400 as the loss coming into the next on this CT side. That's going to give Boomich enough money to buy an M4 or an MP9 of his own. You take a look at the residual cash for Magnajez with the 1,400. He's going to be able to drop an M4. And Zordi should be able to do the same because Siren and Dilladez are in need.
And as a top site player, those are the worst rounds in your, nuke experience. You were fully blind. You did everything. You felt like you were in the right place. You had the right system in place, but that second flashbang,
you didn't see anything.
They were playing heavy towards top as well, right? Yeah. They had 2 go up heaven and play towards the side. They also had a main player, so it wasn't that they weren't prepared for the possibility. It's Jacob who takes that MAC-10, takes the space, and delivers them a very important opening kill to get FaZe's 11th round now.
And you'll see this flashbang. Look, so Siren was blind, and then the second one completely books him. There's no counterplay. Frozen's flashes have set them up to just breach that site. And what a frustrating round to be losing at this stage in the game.
Well, you lose this one, and I think the game goes with it. I know we're in the dying stage.
Yeah, because the money's in the money's in the bin
so if they lose this,
for BB.
don't save anything.
Yeah, so if they lose this with 0 saves, they are gone most likely.
Making moves early, just a head-to-head with Magnajez, but they're down the vents. It kept the main player distracted.
Oh, good defense.
Just gone from a hot rush into a straight pacey
What?
failure as FaZe collapse.
Okay, that was Humpty Dumpty.
There with the pace of that.
Yeah, I was on Jacob's POV. They're jumping off a main, and the main player not flashed, so maybe a missed timing or dodged, but either way, no more timeouts for NK to call, and this is where you turn to Twists, and you say, okay, well, you've had a ramp rush to go your space, didn't get you the round, that was early stages. You win a Tech 9 round where you're the hero, and you get lucky with a timing due to a Zorti miss. Your first rifle round was a top rush. You haven't conditioned them. You haven't forced the rotations to be too stressed as...
Nature's just thrown a really nerdy heaven smoke.
Well, Frozen just went back to spawn to swap out some nades, so... Yeah, they didn't have a
Preparing for a fake, maybe?
Yeah, that's the wobbles.
A very, very important round.
So they are going to try a top execute.
Yeah. Okay, I thought he'd lost the smoke in the...
Yeah.
You have Boomich already down B, and you have the AWP starting ramp, and you have Magnajez in main covering the outside cross. So Boomich is already down there. Yeah. Keep an eye
There's a
on
lot of cover for upstairs.
this isn't forcing the rotations in the way that FaZe would have hoped.
Magnajez and Twist having a bit of a standoff here as that smoke wall fades. He's in such a good position for this.
If on with a molly and a couple of flashes, they need to be perfect.
That's
What a
perfect
headshot.
from Magnajez, and he knows he's alone. Dilladez on high alert, playing anti, no problem for one. Trade from Nature. Need Magnajez, needs Siren to provide, and Siren
Oh.
does. And finally brings him down, but now a 1 versus 2. Boom, and the orb miss. Sort's gone. 30 seconds.
Oh, what a trade.
Got into him. Jay Bowen finding impact. It was
What's with the teamwork? Should multi-swing.
Okay, well, that's impact. How can you argue with that? Two of the biggest rounds they've had out of 3 in this T side. It's been individual moments. Twist and Jay Bowen now. Both of them with rounds to remember in what has been a very tough T side for both teams, but we could be seeing a bit more of it. Just one more round for BB team, and we need overtime. Fierce, he's been a bit more frugal with his tactical timeout. Still has 1 left in the pocket. Now, he could take the final 2 in consecutive fashion now. We make it to overtime every OT we get into, you get 1 more. This is now just to hold on to to extra time. This from Magnajez. What? Okay, no, I'm swinging now. And Jay Bowen, it's tough on the first, the second. Mandatory, and they let out a war cry with that one. MP9, the low end, the BB team. FaZe with 3 Galils. No kits.
You wouldn't. They will. Pacey, into attack, they're overlooking
Ho,
it
ho,
completely.
ho.
Siren and Zorty go down, you're right. Magnajez has got the hunt, but they're losing bodies left and right. Boomich is gone. There's the hunt. Magnajez finds it quick from the lobby side, and down he goes. It's all on to Dilladez.
It's a 1v1.
He had a rough game. If he can take them to overtime, it's all.
He's not expecting him to be that close. 13-11.
He's taking a regulation and a fantastic.
Wow.
Everything up for debate. A 9-0 start from FaZe.
For the content, yeah, that's a change for the content, right?
Every round of regulation.
How comfortable that started for FaZe. You thought, okay, this could be an open and shut case, but yeah, just did a couple of rounds on that T side. You can work back into things, and you find yourself sitting pretty. An entertaining game of Counter-Strike, but FaZe, they will take on Legacy for a spot in those playoffs.
Yeah, great show here, but obviously from both teams. That being said, way closer than I think you probably would have cut right down the middle when we first started talking about BB team versus FaZe here at the Esports World Cup. Pimp, I just see you over there, almost flabbergasted, mouth wide open, a couple breaths.
Yeah, to some degree. I think we got a close game, which we expected. It was just the fashion it became close in that I didn't expect. FaZe looking far superior in that first half, doing a really good job on that CT side, completely shutting down BB team for the vast majority. Then they claim 3 rounds in a row, and you think to yourself, okay, 9-3 half, you win the pistol second half, you convert, all of a sudden we have a game. So at the end of the day, we got a close game. We got a game that went back and forth, and a game that I think easily could have gone overtime. It's just the fashion it happened in, Peter. I expected it to be a much more back and forth game where there will be a little bit more mistakes being made from both teams, but I think what I got was just 2 very clinical CT sides and 2 uninspiring T sides for both rosters.
Yeah, both teams really struggle on the T sides, and I think, you know, obviously the fact that they got up 9-0 and looked very stable, you know, I thought they were just going to run away with it. It seemed like they could just close it out, but once they turned their attention to the T side, that was where the struggles came in. And
I left it for the banter, you know.
Too fast, you know. I think they had a really fast ramp call in the beginning of the T side that didn't really work out, and then they slowly started to transition into trying to put the, more layers on top of the game and put Twist in some forward positions where they would then, you know, have a secondary attack somewhere. And then once they got that attempt, he will then strike in and try and catch some of the rotations, and that's why I think they started to find some of their success, that, you know, they could start layering up a little bit more than always just try and stick together as a team.
Plus, there was Jason Bone.
Oh yeah, Jason Bourne, almost J-Bone.
Yeah, J-Bone, and in his sidekick and Jacob. So
yep.
You know,
Oh my God, it's Jason Bourne.
6-0 pretty fast. Then you get to 9-0. I mean, there is a certain point where you're like, okay, BB team, are you in the server with us now?
Yeah, you got to give credit to J-Bone, who has shown once again, some of that potential that we've seen when he was first being brought into FaZe Clan. I think a lot of people didn't necessarily expect too much from him, but I think he's had a couple of games where he's just completely taken over the server. And it's a joy to see an AWP player within FaZe Clan willing to go for opening kills early round. Not to take anything away from Brokey, but he was a lot of people mistakenly thought that Brokey was an explosive in-your-face AWPer. He was more like a defensive AWPer who then would explode when people came to him. J-Bone is actively seeking the duels, actively going out there, trying to make the game happen on his terms.
Entry over.
How much of an impact he had in that first half. Big part of the reason why FaZe got off to a good start was because of J-Bone.
Yeah, it is very much that. Speaking of FaZe, there's this guy Twist. He's standing with Freya. I wonder what they got to say.
Called Twist. I got him down on the stage. That was a roller coaster to watch, Twist. I can't imagine how it was to play. You're 9-0 up. What happened after that?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a similar story as we had in Bounty, where like we're playing really well. Like maybe on like a more individual level, we're getting the important kills. Sometimes we connect, and then like when it comes time to really like important connections, calling rotations and calling like information, I think that's where we crumble a bit and we don't provide the necessary information, and then yeah, we lose 3 rounds on the CD side to end the half, and that kind of, I guess, stunned our momentum onto the T side as well.
Love that you mentioned those individual moments, because you had one yourself, J-Bone as well, penultimate round, getting that clutch. That was crucial for you guys to be staying in it. Walk me through that in the tail end of this map.
Yeah, I mean, this is one of those times where, we're trying to play a bit more of like a normal nuke, do the right things, try to remove ramp control and secret control from them, but unfortunately, like sometimes we lack initiative in the important moments, and if I have to take space in the front lines, then I'm not there to really micromanage the pack properly while trying to find the gap. And yeah, I guess maybe some early game nerves, like first game, we just came off of a boot camp, maybe there's some hidden expectations or people feel a certain way about the game, but yeah, I'm happy we closed it out. Obviously, we have individuals here that can shine bright when it matters most, and it really came up clutch for us.
Yeah,
Shine bright like a diamond.
Some of your calls, particularly on that T side, it felt like a couple of those fast A rushes that ended up paying off, right? That's how you closed out the last round of the game. Can you tell me about that? Was that something that was kind of pre-planned? Was that a read that you made during the game? What was the logic there?
No, I mean, honestly, this was not in the game plan, but to be honest, I feel like our initial game plan was working. Like, we got secrets, we got warehouse control. Honestly, like, they also played good, they had good movement, but yeah, I mean, we're just not connecting when it matters most, lacking initiative in certain areas, but it's okay. I mean, at the end of the day, like, I feel like this is expected with the type of team that we have, so it's just something we have to keep working on.
I just want to take like a bit more of a bird's eye view just as my final question, because it goes without saying it was a disappointment for you personally, for FaZe as an org, to not make it to the Cologne Major, but does that kind of help your hunger, help your motivation coming into the second season, knowing what the goal is for you?
Yeah, of course. I mean, I've been in a situation before not making the major, and then 2-3 months later I become IGL, so I've been there before. I bring a lot of hunger and passion to the team. We also have a lot of young players who are hungry to achieve something in this game, to build their own legacy. And yeah, as much as I want to keep building my own, I want to help them build theirs. And we just got to keep pushing.
Maybe a bit of a nervy start here, AWC, but you said it, Twist. An entertaining start, nonetheless. That is FaZe 1-0 up here in Paris.
Yeah, necessary footing for FaZe to start this tournament off right. Again, we started with best of ones today, so really not a whole lot of wiggle room for you to just come in here and FAFO. Now, is there debris?
No,
FAFO.
I just really want to go back and touch on J-Bone, and I want to ask you the question, Jay, because from one Dane to another, has there been a Danish AWPer that has excited you more than this guy does since Device?
Yeah,
Could you
times,
pick one?
Yeah,
Maybe Cadian at a certain point, right? But
I'll be honest with you, Cadian at times, I'd even say Akon, at times as well, but that's the issue, right? They showed it in small glimpses. They showed it maybe in a period of 2 weeks to 4 weeks, tops a month, and then it faded out, and that's kind of what I want to see from a guy like J-Bone. We see glimpses of what he can do. We see him play exceptionally well. We see him be very aggressive on the server, finding a lot of impact, but one thing is doing it, here and there, so to speak.
Sure.
Another one is being able to replicate those kind of performances and find consistency at a higher level. So it's good that he's early on showing that he can do it. Now the big task is to be able to replicate it, because I'm certain to say this. If FaZe wants to be a top team, let's say a top 10 team, a team making the major and actually making waves at the major, they need an AWP player who can make the difference. And J-Bone have shown at times he can do it.
And I'm just surprised neither of you mentioned Farlig. honestly. I thought, like, maybe this would be the
About
day
Lucky?
you'd-
You want to talk about
There's
Lucky?
so many. There's so many.
There
But
are
yo,
a couple out there, but you know, I guess we can subside that a little bit. Let's talk about some of these rounds. I want to jump into 19.
Yeah, funny round, you know, to some degree. We're looking at the BB team on a 9-round streak of winning stuff. You can see the buy coming in for FaZe Clan is not really that great. You know, a couple of Tech 9s in the mix. They lose the opening kill as well. Then a bit of a mistake right here from MagnaJS on ramp. Not sure why he's fighting, giving up the space, giving up the positions, and all of a sudden FaZe Clan find themselves in a winning position where they can get the bomb down, they can trade out the kills, and you can see NAVI right here doing God's work with a Tech 9, dealing a lot of damage, making sure FaZe Clan is finally winning around and breaking the momentum of BB team. At this point, it was unlosable. 5v4 for BB team. You're up against 3 Tech 9s and an AWPer. They rush out ramp. For some reason, MagnaJS decides to give up the round, give up the space, and that's what FaZe needed to get back into the game.
Yeah, it's like he realized that he had given up ramp space and just like a couple of seconds too late, and then he tried to sell the situation instead of he goes down and he gives up all the space. And I think it also, you know, kind of changed together what Twist was saying, that when in the important moments, you know, they were not supposed to win this round, right? Things just happen, and they're not really in a place right now where they can, you know, go out and just win the rounds because they make like the right decision. So they were kind of gifted this one, and they played it out really good. I think BB, they gave it a little bit too much of space once they got down, and they opened the door. I think it was Sorty opened it, trying to get like a couple of frags. It just seemed like, you know, they were trying too close at the situation when it was not needed.
There's always a smirk about this one. I know you guys can't see it at home, but there's always a smirk about this one down in the end. He's always got something up his sleeve.
Yeah.
Maybe just perhaps it's round 23.
Yeah, speaking of gifts, you know, I think we have another one coming in here for FaZe Clan, to be completely honest. 11-11, just come off a round where they didn't get anything done. They go for an inner execute. Again, BB team in a winning position. For a moment, it was a 1v3. Then J-Bone finds himself in a 1v2. Look at the timer. We're talking 15 seconds. Sorted getting caught off guard. And then Boomage coming in for the...
Yeah, that last one should have been a double swing. You can't single swing that.
Doing it with the AWP on the CT side, massively impactful. Part of the reason why they're off to such a great start. He's also the reason...
Because if you single swing, you don't trade. You want to trade that.
1v2 clutch, whatever you want to label it as, there's no way FaZe is winning. So you're looking at 2 rounds in the span of the last 4, where they're basically getting gifted the game.
Next match we're most likely watching is MIBR versus Astralis.
9 rounds of the game.
That's in a couple of minutes.
BB team with the better team, to be completely honest. They were in control, they were having more winning positions. Unfortunately for them, and good thing for FaZe Clan, they were celebrating Christmas a bit early and handing out gifts left, right, and center.
Yeah, and I don't want to throw Sorry on the bus, but I'm going to do it anyway. I think he's the one costing this round once more. You know, he goes out heaven fighting, you know, like the clock was running down. He could just have waited it out. He had his teammate waiting at T-Vent. He could just have waited.
See, here's the theory, right? If Peter, if you're on the T side and you have 14 seconds left and you're on the upper bomb side with the bomb, at some point you have to plant the bomb, right?
Usually,
Sure.
yeah.
That's how it works. That's how Counter-Strike works. Now, when you're planting the bomb trace, you can't really fight back, can you? You can't shoot back, you can't fight back. You're kind of labeled as a guy who's just, you know, entering a little code in the bomb, and you're kind of stagnated in that position for a couple of seconds, right? So it's unloosable. It's completely freaking unloosable with 13 seconds left. All they have to do is wait for him to pick up the bomb, try to plant, and if they want to play games, sure, one guy can go in and then he goes off the bomb, he kills that guy, and guess what? There's only 3 seconds left, so it's unwinnable for J-Bone. So yeah, it's unacceptable if you're BB team. You're throwing away what could be a very important best of
Exactly.
playoff to secure VRS points, and thank God for FaZe Clan and thank God for J-Bone for punishing that mistakes. That's what I love the most about it. When you make stupid shit, you should be punished for it.
Yeah, it is. Well, it is.
You got it fired up today. What
It is
hell?
one of these
Perfect. If you do stupid shit,
like, details just
you should be
matter, right?
punished for it.
And Sorry, he's a relatively experienced player. He's played this game for a long
Make
time.
stupid decisions, win stupid prizes.
Still trying to break through as this player that we thought he would be, but still maybe holding himself a little back. Maybe because of stuff like this.
What did you say? Is it if you fuck around, you find out, or something like
Yeah,
that?
I think FAFO was the verbiage.
There we go.
Thank you so much for kind of highlighting that and illuminating exactly what that means. We needed that. No, I'd say that BB in the post plants probably didn't have a good time today. I mean, you go down, what, 9-0 pretty quick, and it really is a, hey, we got to stop hemorrhaging rounds. Like, guys, we're not even giving ourselves a shot in this best of 1 if we're going into the second half. We got nothing to work with. And this is kind of what happens there. So, unfortunately, for a team that we saw, you know, kind of ascend in Atlanta where they are
Proper
now,
play
not
to move.
necessarily the ascension. We saw them come to life, albeit a little too late. Where do you put them in the rest of their journey for EWC, Jake? And I'm looking directly.
Okay, let's move over to the Astralis stream there.
To be honest, it's a good question, Trace, because I don't know. To be completely honest.
There we go.
Was that
you didn't really have players playing at the level we knew they could reach consistently, and then it felt
So
like
do we have here? We've got Charles versus.
had reviewed, not bringing in the
Ooh,
form that was expected, not making
wrong
the
window.
adjustments.
I've got too many windows open.
More leadership-oriented questions, and so you'd think that bringing in a stable force like Neo, retaining a performance coach as well, someone who's been with a lot of winning rosters. To be clear, Xerath was with
There we go.
through their win, including their major, was with ENCE during that
Too many
surging
windows.
team, so somebody who does have a lot of respect.
MIBR versus Australis. Alright,
That could help
alright.
these players be more consistent, be the best version of themselves more consistently on stage.
And, you know, coupled with a player that I think is very consistent on Astralis, and I'm also going to glaze a little bit, Stare.
MIBR. Let's update the old stream title.
No, dude, there's something about the combination of this team right now and the addition of Neo that is just making me excited for the future. There were very present glimpses of hope in Astralis when they...
Present glimpses of hope. That's a good way of describing things.
Fell off, as we know. But I do think that this is the structural right change to try to go for. And talking about consistently, like I said, Stare, if you can make him even more consistent than he already is, have Hooksy bust up and level a little bit, Ryu, Fozy, I
Old Hooksy from G2's days. That's the name I haven't heard in a while.
We loved him in North America.
Yes.
Wildcard action, but looking at the other side of the coin, we got MIBR, newly with the Los on the end of their name, in a jersey that frankly evokes an old Astralis jersey to me. That one is a reminiscent colorway, shall we say. But with the new digs, they're hoping to be a fully new team as well here.
Yeah, I mean, first off,
It does look not bland necessarily, but an understated.
Talk about the men in the jerseys right now, because they did make a change, right?
Yeah, a little understated if you
now the bench of
look at it.
Academy, so not sure what's going to happen there. But bringing in NQZ to fill that op role, what do you make of it all in?
I mean, MIBR is one of those weird rosters where like we see really good things coming out of them, and as of recently, they have been pretty good towards the Star Ladder performance. And I mean, past the op, I mean, I don't know. I feel like I don't want to get my hopes up on a lot of things when it comes to the squad, but I'm all right with it.
Can we just say NQZ is a good player?
Yes.
I'd say that.
100%.
He's a good player.
Yes.
Exciting player on Pain. Chose to bench himself, some personal circumstances, my understanding. Wound up not having a place in that team when he came back. So he finds a new home. I think that's a very exciting prospect here.
Another exciting prospect is just seeing Insani on the server in any way, shape, or form. A player that literally can take over a game and win a game by himself, and has done it multiple times, and every single time that he is playing, I do think that your eyes automatically go...
I'm not the biggest fan of when people say by himself, because he's not the only person on the server. Because if he was alone...
A lot of speculation that some other organizations might be trying to woo his services. Chose to not go anywhere in this particular
Let's put a little softer there for a few seconds. Because if he was alone on the server and he's running around, he can't smoke 3 places by himself. He can't flash himself in as effective as somebody else can flash himself in. He can't trade. So in a team sport or a team game, you always need your teammates. Yes, he will be the person that gets 4 out of 5 frags every single round for 4 rounds, but the teammates drawing attention and stuff like that, chipping down on the enemies, they are always there to make a difference. Now, I know sometimes they don't say it like that to mean he was the only person to get the kills and stuff, but sometimes it's so disingenuous, it feels like, when people say it's like 1v9. League of Legends love to say he 1v9'd. It's like, no, 1v9 insinuates that the 4 people on your team was playing against you, which means they were inting or playing on purpose bad, and it is not the case. We need to find better sayings, people. We need to find better sayings. It's unacceptable.
Very real possibility that MIBR can just come in very strong back behind their players and get it done today.
Yeah, I mean, I think for both these
unfreaking acceptable.
Position, right? Yes. Neither one has reason to be overconfident. They've both got a lot to prove here at the Esports World Cup, and you'd imagine a dub early on here would go a long way to doing that. But now that we've got some time, we have the words from somebody over on that MIBR side. It's the newest edition. It's NQZ.
It's great to see NQZ back inside the server. This time with MIBR, you've had a couple of events with your new squads. Tell me how comfortable you're feeling so far.
Still adapting myself to the team structure, and also speaking English. I think it's the biggest challenge for me right now, but at each day I think like we are evolving as a team, and I'm evolving as a player because the boys are so friendly, so nice, and the environment now is so good to be in. So I'm really happy, and things are starting to get a little bit better for me.
And if we're looking specifically at play style for you and the kind of play style that MIBR like to employ, what's the biggest difference versus your time back in Pain?
I think like they have way more structure than Pain in some way. Like they like to do way more set things than we used to play in Pain. In Pain, I feel like we play more loose, if I can say like this. So maybe it's because Linus is from Europe system, I don't know, but it's really different in some way. And in the beginning it was like not too much, but it was like really different for me because they have so many things with different names. But right now it's getting better, so I'm really happy.
Let's talk about your first opponent here, Best of One versus Astralis. What kind of state do you feel Astralis are in right now?
I don't actually know, to be honest. The time that I had off, I was not really watching them a lot. And right now I feel like they have good players, but they are maybe kind of on the same spot that we are right now, trying to get there and trying to fight for spots, because I think right now VRS counts too much, and all the wins that we can get here as further as we can go is going to matter for all the teams. So yeah,
very excited to see this one get underway. That is MIBR ready to take to the stage at EWC.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble.
English of the Americas region. I'm a huge fan of NQZ, getting used to calming in that language. No ulterior motives, no thoughts towards the future. Reminder as well for NQZ, he is just 21, still a young prospect himself. Showed some nice form at times over on that Pain team, playing in a different system here, a more structured system under LNZ. Maybe we're still looking to see him show that top form.
I think it's definitely possible considering a change in system. You know, we do know the levels that he's able to hit, but again, as he said in the interview, he's very used to a loose system, something that isn't super, you know,
fast and loose, son.
Strategy, just kind of going with what it feels right in the moment. So under LNZ, maybe a new ceiling can be unlocked.
Maybe. I think our eyes are on both these offers, right? Because if we look to the other side, Mr. Worldwide, Fuzi, the man who's played in just about every region in existence, also has a lot of question marks around him. Had some really hot starts early on in Astralis, took over some series, took over some events. Haven't really seen that lately, and we're wondering if he can get back to form here.
I mean, I think that the form is for both teams at this point. Like you said, I mean, obviously, NQZ finding more comfort, but...
no more cash. Sorry.
Again... Yeah,
sad.
It's not.
Sorrow.
But it's a map everyone hates. But
I love it.
No. I mean the map that's currently about to be played.
Oh, Inferno.
Oh.
Yes. Yeah. Well, that one maybe, perhaps.
Inferno. I do like myself a good Inferno.
How do you love it?
I like it because I'm a B anchor and I just throw utility all day. So
do you like watching it?
Watching it's a completely different story.
Watching is fun. Like the early match trades. Fighting for banana.
You've done everything you can for this map.
But we gotta sell it now, so what we're gonna say is it's tactical, it's utility based, it's all about team play, all about the rotations.
It is all about team play. Intuition, when knowing when to rotate from A to B.
Yeah, and with the structure change, with the language change, the TT side can definitely be a bit difficult when you're trying to make sure the rotations are coming in, when you're just trying to communicate about what exactly is going on and where the defense needs to be structured towards. So for the side of MIBR, that might be a struggle for them, although I do believe they have a decent bit of games under the new roster now, so hopefully those issues are ironed out.
All right, I'll ask you, gentlemen. We'll go towards it. Predictions. Who do you think's going to win?
Interesting question. Astralis. I do think... Like,
both of you on unison. Yeah. That's a synergy right there. That's a caster duo that's on sync. Why?
I just feel like Astralis are a team that is more stable within their current situation. As we said, both teams are a bit shaky with the current form, but I do have more faith with the Astralis lineup that is being presented to us right now. And MIBR, I feel more individually I would have faith in, but that's not the type of situation we're going to have on this map.
I kind of have to echo the sentiments that Donnie said as well. I mean, Astralis had...
you argued personally.
I would love to, but I already made the Astralis
All right, stump debate. Why is MIBR going to win? There we go. We're throwing your actual opinion out the window.
Because Astralis aren't comfortable yet in their current position with maybe their new upper end management, and you know, maybe they can...
Neo's just too intimidating a presence standing behind him. His arms too big. His resume too good.
I mean, yeah.
My steak too juicy, my lobster too buttery.
Life's tough sometimes, you know. Okay, so basically you're not buying in.
Astralis have to really fumble something early on and give MIBR some form of confidence that they haven't had as of very recently or recently at all. And I mean, then yeah, is it going to be a close game? Probably, but I still really do just think Astralis have what it is to take this BO1 pretty flat out.
Credit to MIBR though.
But again, it is a BO1, so
On the CT side of Inferno.
Difference maker?
It 100% can be.
anything's possible.
Look at that, you know how the op is on the T side of Inferno. It's not
In the
necessarily
case of there's no expectation, so there's some pressure off. They can just play with some freedom. They know it's a BO1,
he's a player that,
so might as well take that chance.
down a spot. He's mobile. He can do what needs to be done, and as I said before, Insani's on the server. So I think anything can happen with Insani.
Full circle.
You know, we haven't talked about some of the players on Astralis. One player I've got my eye on this season in general is Ryu, right? Ryu, back in that Monty team, had some very impressive results. It's been a little hit or miss here in Astralis, and I'm hoping that the leadership change, the change to structure, the emphasis on maybe improving consistency for this team could do him some wonders, and we could see that good Ryu that we know exists a little more often.
Yeah, I mean, once you make players comfortable with, you know, your coaches and everyone else around you, it brings that drive back to what your former mentality was when it comes to this game. You know, you get a little more comfortable, everything kind of clicks into place, and, you know, you just tend to play better.
And I mean, hey, if there was ever an event for a guy named Ryu to do well at, it'd be the one where we've also got the FGC present.
Hey,
Get a little Hadouken down banana.
Dude, I mean, it's possible. And also, I mean, we can only speculate because we don't know the full truth, but
No, you have to declare things confidently.
I'm going to declare it confidently right now. The mental on Astralis from the previous season wasn't the best what was showcased outwardly, you know, and that can be very impactful for a player that is switching into a different team coming in. The mentality just isn't exactly perfect for the time being. So hopefully with the upper management changes and with the player talent changes, that can be a very, very driving force for Rio to return to form.
Well, we'll have to see what happens. It's time for you gentlemen to speak confidently. It's time for us to hop into the server, and it's time for me to jump off this stage.
And it's time for Inferno. You said some very mean things about it, but I love this map. I think it's always a classic to watch. I do think exciting matchup will be underway. Both thinking Astralis can take it, but only time can tell as they are starting on that T side. And look to want to storm up smoke and top mid. That will block out any view from what exactly they're planning to do. Stare close to that half wall. Utility going to miss him.
There we go. Utility for banana.
To peek into the dual brothers of Insani, but the flash catches them off guard and a bit of a reset for both teams.
Good burst of utility, but nothing really coming of it. The nades, the flashes, all just comes down to a stalemate still. 4-5 players packed up in banana, with maybe one kind of lurking around. As they start progressing their way up, LNZ holding firm with a flash in hand, waiting for any form of contact. But they're going to call it off. They're going to cancel it, as it does seem like Astralis maybe switch it up.
A classic push and pull of Inferno. You need presence from everyone, everywhere, all at once. But as the round starts to dwindle past the halfway point, bracket is what wants to be controlled by Astralis. No one holding there aggressively for the CT side, so it will be free property to take a hold. Smoke goes over into Moto. You have to imagine the hit will be coming in. Ryu, a nice headshot, opens up the site just a little bit, but still two more CTs to try to contest with Venom.
Overwhelming the site.
Soon to do the same.
But they do have the dualies.
Left in this position with LNZ kind of spread apart a little bit. They're going to poke and prod, but nothing really going to be coming of it. We'll just, never mind. A little bit of a out-of-place player there as LNZ, and now I think this kind of, they might speed up a little bit if they have a chance, but time ticking away, but it is...
Yeah, it's not going to happen.
Down to nice
tick, tick, tick. Boom.
Not for lack of trying.
Taking away the armor of the T's there, doing as much damage as you can. Ultimately, you know the round is going to be lost, but whatever damage you can get, bountiful, plentiful, it is important. Now, Astralis get to have a bit of money farming time. Really nice headshot to open up for Ryu as well. Concise push onto the site. Very confident play out from Astralis, I think, is what's most important, and we'll put it over the finish line, even if Insani and LNZ were able to clean up a little bit towards the end.
Yeah, good spacing on that take as well, and we do see Astralis forcing back into this. Mac 10s and Galil's 3 Mac 10s to be exact here. Good utility. IVR. They're firing right back without
The classical fight for Banana. Smoke goes, nades are flying, knees weak, arms are heavy.
Never know what that gun can do. Once again, Astralis want to focus towards A. And that is the right read for the situation. Only one player, only one SMG to try to contest with. Remember the good old days of the Astralis stack? Remember that was a brand new thing?
Yeah, 5 guys stacking in one position. And then everybody did it.
Ooh, there's a boost. Will the boost bring something?
Or not. You just had to. That was the trend.
That's a single entry with the Mac.
The Astralis stack, honestly.
Yeah, every once in a while.
The two Macs. The Macs are running away. Is this a fake? Ooh, that's smoking.
Presence focused there. I mean,
That's a good smoke, actually. Takes away the stack.
Beautifully. 35 seconds left. Now, the real take of the A bomb site can commence. An MP9 in brackets, the only thing between Astralis and a bomb site.
But that's a headshot. Ding, ding.
It's the bomb site they will take.
Obviously, the round
Well, it's good that they avoid the stack.
It's gonna leave MIBR Los to
Oh, I wonder why there's a stack. They've got some good weaponry.
give it a go on the next round, but for now, Astralis starting it off with.
Yeah, that's the one thing that people don't like about Inferno is the saves are so quick to be called that the rest of the round is dead, in essence.
Yeah, it's a save for MIBR, so you know what weaponry you're going to be working with for the most part. They can assume that a Force Buy was in play because they got an MP9 kill over on the other site. Maybe they could sense out that a stack on the B bomb site is where the CTs are saving at. I don't know how aggressive they want to go and try to throw anything into it. Doesn't seem aggressive enough as Stare recollects with his team at the bottom of Banana, and as the bomb explodes, everyone
Big explosion.
stay alive.
Well, now maybe they can filter over that 5-7 from Venom Zera or the Brazen. Oh, now he just buys one himself. So, still a nice little buy for MIBOLOS. But before this one really starts going a little sideways for them, to make sure to at least find some success.
Delayed utility towards Banana. LNZ biding his time. Aiden towards logs will not do any damage onto anyone, and Sani boosted up with that FAMAS can make quick work of Fozy. Opening kill, favor of MIBR. Very important. You want to try to make everything out of these weapons that were saved in the previous. Collect as much money as you still possibly can early in the game on the CT side. As we know, economic struggles are quite common.
What an angle on that FAMAS.
Thought it was a view.
MIBR's got the upper hand here with the 1-0. Well, with 1 kill rather, to 0 kills. Ooh, ooh. And now there's a stack. Need to run back quicker in Sunny. It's going to be a save. 1v1. Well, he's got a pistol. There's nothing worth not to invest or to try. Ooh, he's getting some... Ho, 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 ho. He'll have to move away from that bomb site. He's dying.
Not too much of a worry. You have to assume the save's going to come in, especially for that FAMAS. And Venom Zero will be left to try to collect whatever he possibly can, whatever scraps are thrown to the Wolves. Kill onto Hooksy could be nice here. But he falls back too far before Hooksy even swings out to try to escape. 3 rounds on the board for Astralis in quite a confident manner.
Yeah, and
Isn't it insane you could live in that spot now?
I was just gonna ask that.
It's like, that's insane.
It doesn't quite make sense, but you know, CS just does CS things sometimes. But firm handshakes and fist bumps there onto the T side as Astralis confidently taking these first 3 opening rounds. MIBR not really having much to say about it. A few picks here, a few kills, but overall, it's Astralis kind of in more than just the driver's seat. They're in full control.
And the op-out for Fozy, and QZ also finding his. The op head-to-head, as we mentioned, will be important for this matchup. A very nice grenade down Banana, but it doesn't stop Fozy from trying to get aggressive. When another one brings LNZ down so low. Forced to completely give up Banana. A Molotov will delay Astralis for a moment, but not for long enough. Still gonna have a nice foothold.
Seems as though Astralis is getting access to Banana quite easily the whole map so far. Always going away with a couple of kills. The B defense is weak.
I think they may have read this one right. Little arch smoke, flash in towards lane. Astralis slowly but surely creep their way up mid.
Slowly making my way downtown, walking fast, faces past on homebound.
Clears 50 seconds on the clock. Astralis going to start speeding things up. Molly out towards that big pit area, forcing one into the open. It's got a little bait. See a player tucked in there towards that truck.
LNZ close range. That FAMAS could be very deadly if it's not cleared. But it will be by Ryu.
Ooh, that's a bad.
Able to land any shots. NQZ on the back of the bomb site. Yop able to ring out. That's 2 nice kills. And now up first off Fozy's.
Good job, MIBR. That's a good hold. 3v5.
See the reaction out of LNZ. He's happy with that round, that is for sure. Dying for the greater good of the round and right into NQZ to clean things up, and he sure does.
I would say press B as much as possible.
You know, a little bit of a gamble, but
There's no reason for you to move away. You've gone there effortlessly over the last couple of rounds. Then you overthink it, I think.
Talk a little bit to his team. Try to figure out exactly how this T side wants to flow in motion.
Yeah, yeah, you've got what, a couple of rounds at B. You've got the kills, you've got the wins. You got the kill even with this, and then you overplay it.
I think a win condition can be allowing the firepower difference to kind of show. Not saying that Astralis necessarily has poor firepower on their team, but as I mentioned, I think a lot of MIBR's strength comes down to individual plays. LNZ being added to the team.
Old Stabby. It's been years since I heard the first time Old Stabby.
I do think, I mean, Insani and NQZ, I'll say it till my face turns blue. Those are the 2 key pieces for this team.
Well, this round should help prove that. As Astralis to bring out the rifles. No op! Been a little kicking around. This is it, MIBR. Need to strike back before things turn into complete chaos for them. Playing a little bit slow with still a minute 20 on the clock. Astralis don't really have much map control, but probably par for
And again, they take Banana quite easily.
Starting to just chip away on both sides.
Not much utility going out there.
UZ smoked off the angle over towards Arches, and again, Astralis favoring that mid position, but not dedicating all the force there just yet. Still lurking around towards that Banana position, feeling things out. Trying to maybe find a gap in this armor.
Bomb headed towards the B bomb site. Molotov stops them in their tracks for the time being. Double set up towards CT. One player boosted. Could have caught Astralis off guard if they decided to go towards that direction. But instead, back to old reliable A bomb site. Once again, utility indicates the hit will be coming through. Powerful position from the apartments. And NQZ narrowly misses. Ryu pushing through the smoke. The timing could be perfect, but instead it's Venom Zera. able to at least find one, two traded back for the
Oh,
side of
but there's
Astralis.
like 89 damage on the one.
MIBR.
Oh, what a flick.
The retake, NQZ ripping a head off can make it just a little bit easier. Staring Yabby. Doubled up in the back part of the bomb site.
Why would you peek blind and not be covered?
Tucks and Pit. Oh, look at the
Wow.
NQZ. Force the player to end it off. 2K for him does allow MBR to continue on their trend upwards.
I feel like if NQZ is going to have the impact, it's got to be on the CT side where that op can really have its full potential. Like you said, D side Inferno op, yeah, you know, you can kind of do without it. And I mean, your opper's in his prime right now at 6-1. Got to keep that momentum going for him so it doesn't fall to the wayside once his side flips. Keep it going for him. Keep that confidence flowing. Keep the rounds going too.
Easier to keep the rounds going when the enemy team is on a bunch of pistols.
Sure is.
Which is exactly what we see for Astralis. Just a couple of deagles, mostly Glocks left to work with. Stare could have had a chance to get a very important opening kill, but instead NQZ gets the easier shot with the scoped rifle. I should have plenty good idea that the money has fallen out of favor for Astralis. Although Ryu at least able to even up the numbers.
Yeah, finding a pick there.
Well, that's a headshot with the pistol.
Over towards library side.
It's a very cheap kill. Oh, that was bad flash. Try peeking, possibly having an AWP on that angle. Come on.
He knows he's got players probably coming up in towards that
Oh.
position. Ryu taking some nade damage. M4 eventually to finish off. USB pulled out from NQZ, but he does
Yeah, but he's
hold
alone.
the Glock. Op recovered.
Will he save the AWP? Doubt it.
Your foes in a 1-on-3 is the best weapon you could wish for.
You sort of just need to stay put there.
But maybe a timing could be found to slip towards that B bomb site. Sani falls back, knowing the possibility is there.
Stop peeking, keep the AWP alive. You're gonna die there, son. It's gonna hit peek him and it's gonna go doop dead.
Peeks up, spots the
Oh.
trying to wall bang, not quite able to land that shot. Is gonna reposition.
Stop peeking.
But LNC is still trained on his angle as we get tied up.
3-3 early on, and what's your
You wanna save the AWP? Why are you dry peeking so many times, son?
firmly that Astralis, but
Oh, what a shot. Oh, that's a good couple of shots.
39.
But that's good. He rushed, he got the kill. So it's good to rush the AWP. He'll get a couple of pot shots off.
I'm just an agreeable guy. What can I say?
True. You are, Donnie. You sure are. Early utility dump towards Banana once more, as is the common trend. Venom Zera takes a peek down towards mid. Finds nobody. Be looking at general direction anyways, but now a little bit of an about face from Astralis once more as they favor and lean heavily into that A site towards top mid and apartments.
Out. They're able to avoid having to land directly on his head. Has to fall back. Plenty of utility has been used towards Banana for the CT side. Molly at least prevents any aggressive peeking. At least for a moment. Lined up.
Good angle.
The trigger, however.
MBR is pulling it nicely back after the trio start.
MIBR up 2 players. Astralis look a bit lost in the moment. They don't.
Or the 0-3 start, rather.
LZ blows the smoke just to bait out a few shots. There's position known. Astralis not being graceful about the fact that these 3 players have to try to go for this take. No options left for them. There lies in pit. A player lies on top of the site. 1-for-1. Venom Zera has a chance to completely quell the fire that Astralis tried to put onto the bomb site. 1 is good. And it's Sonic gets the second, which is even better.
That's unfortunate. Couple of good trades.
A flood of rounds here for the
Trades are good as long as as long as you're the one that starts the trade. So you get the kill, they get the kill. You get the kill, they get the kill. You get the kill. That means it's done. If it's a 3-on-3.
NQZ is not disappointing currently. 9-2. Really kind of holding up the team on a pedestal at this point. And I don't think he's going to slow down anytime soon, at least.
Favorite part about MIBR is how loud and emotional they are. You can tell the emotional investment is in there. I think that's a common trend with South American teams. You know, there's just so much passion within the game and within their team, within their teammates. It is really good to see. It's genuinely the love of the game, you know?
100% have to agree with you. I mean, I rarely have heard an MIBR roster ever quiet. And I don't expect this one to be either. Another slow and steady round. Smoke towards it as Insani goes for the check, but he might get run down by a Tech-9. Finds himself a quick 2, and it's LZN with the support roll swinging. M4 spraying himself 1, and it is going to be...
Unfortunately, it seems that MIBR will be taking a 5-3 lead. Couple of pistols. Hopefully MIBR can save all the weapons.
To be able to get the trade kills there.
But there might be a couple of 1-deeks.
So par of the course.
Going dink dink.
Any more damage that is done could be nice, though. The economy is starting to build for the CT side. It's not out of control by any means quite yet, but quite a pretty purse on NQZ and Insani. So in a world where you could at least find one more, maybe even get onto the bomb site. 20 seconds left. Molotov's going to block the push for the time being. NQZ far ranged, playing in dark with the op. Misses the first shot, but LNZ surely is baiting perfectly for this spot. Finds the bomb planer through the smoke, and Yabi makes the noise dropping down in front of the CT. LNZ trying to get a knife kill.
Only picked up a weapon. Will Jabby save it? Or Yabi? Got a couple of seconds. Yeah, should be fine.
I will say, you know, during the interview,
Here's a pause call. Wow, can't even use words.
For team comms, and we were speculating maybe that could play a factor within the team's capability to properly communicate everything and make sure that the structure of the CT side flows well.
It feels odd to me, like there's talking going on in the background, but the one person's working on his PC, doing stuff.
It seems like everyone's on the
Like he's not listening? Shouldn't you be listening, my good sir?
More structure, happier with the general squad he's currently with, I would have to assume, in comparison to what we saw with Payne. And, I mean, you know, like I kind of said earlier, once you make your players happy and you kind of get them into a comfortable position, they just generally perform better. And that's what we're seeing right here. It's the fruits of the labor and the performance he's putting on right now at 9-2. And, I mean, it's not from a lack of performance from the rest of the squad either. It's just...
Well, with all weapons, or utility, well, there's a little bit lack of utility on the Rio side. Ooh, nade into the pocket.
He's down there, maybe spotted a pixel. NQZ falls back.
You don't want to give away that the AWP is there? Why don't you just take a blind pot shot through the wall?
CT's Pete utility behind it. But it will allow a gap for Astralis to push up, take the control, keep the CTs on their toes.
Really surprised at just how kind of slow and drawn out Astralis are currently playing. They're not playing down to the last second, but they're definitely biding their time. As, oh, nice timing shot there from NQZ. Catches a flash, but still gets the kill. Going to reposition over towards Call.
Well, at least he got the kill they were supposed to get.
Kind of playing scared, but playing correctly. Ryu gets the kill over towards Venom Zera and towards that arc position. Molly out. Ryu gets kind of pushed into a corner, and LNZ swings back in over, tries to support. Good timing there, finds another full flash, and the trades are coming in. It's Ryu still just finding a second.
Molotov out towards LNZ's position. Barely evading, taking damage from it, but Stairs swinging around. Does eliminate him from the round. NQZ, the opper, all the way on the wrong side of the world, is the only player left between Astralis and finally claiming a round back, and NQZ doesn't seem to have much of a motivation to try to go for this round.
Well, that's a save. That's the one thing, right? What people don't like about Inferno. The saves are too quick.
Always good. Plus, you don't want to give Astralis an op.
Saves are too quick. Stare. Will you be dying to the bomb? Or are you going to go into the vision of the old AWPer? Well, firstly, will you look in the right direction? Nah, it should be fine.
Sandy the only one.
Oh no!
Hurting,
The chicken went away.
but easily be dropped over by the rest of the squad.
Poor, poor chicken. Emotions on both these teams.
Yeah.
Definitely an important matchup. As everybody knows, best of ones are the first matches of this tournament, and then we go into the best of threes. Really nice shooting out from Astralis all around that round.
You love chicken.
That's why I was so upset when the one exploded.
Yeah, but now it can nourish our bodies.
Aggressive take for Astralis up through Banana. A lot more pressure than we've seen previous. Snare boosted up. No one quite peeking. Ryu. Very important frag over towards the other side of the map. Snare not spotted out by Insani, but eventually as he tries to aggress a bit more.
Good shots, good shots, good shots. It is 1v1.
And restake a claim within Banana.
That's dangerous. If he drops, B's open. But do they know that? It is 1-for-1 trade. They probably don't think B's open, right?
Still not committing to that B site. It's all a little bit of a ruse, all part of the plan as they swing two players.
It's actually gonna work.
Over to that B site. Only 2B left with NQZ and that op posted up. Should be good for one. Shadow gives away the initial take there. Ryu first victim. He's still got two more lined up for him.
Really good off angle there, but now his position fully known. He's gonna have to go shotgun with the op, and he's good for at least one more. It leaves just Fozy by himself. The opper with the AK might be better than the opper with the actual rifle itself, and now the one-on-one.
It's down to a 1v1.
Being quiet about this retake, making his way up towards bracket. Seems that both players are ready for the peak, but who's gonna have the better shot?
Stralis takes it.
Fozy. 1v3, clutch of 4K on the round, and you see what that means to the leader of Astralis. Hooksy, a bit of a pop-off as he's proud of the men under him being able to pull it out. A timeout taken for MIBR, and with good reason. You definitely need a bit of an emotional pause after that.
Yeah, that was just really good, solid, just gunfights out of him. I mean, Boozy taking the 1v3s, and somehow he was just gifted 1v1, v1, v1. There was obviously NQZ playing that shotgun range over towards lane. He did all he could, obviously gets that kill towards Javi, but Boozy just dropping the bodies when you really need to call upon him and capitalizing. We're up 5-5 now. MIBR.
It's 5-5. The match is swinging backwards and forwards. We had a 3-0 start, then a 3-3 comeback, then a 4-3, then a 4-4, then a 5-4, then a 5-5. Snoise and Toit. Not a lot of fighting for Banana this round. There we go. There's the fighting coming back.
Right, a decent chunk of damage. Flash in, Ryu able to clear some space within the apartments. No one's going to be holding aggressively.
MIBR has been taking a lot of passive stances most of the match, to be honest. Especially on Banana. They throw a couple of things down, but nothing much.
Fully committing to this. Bomb makes its way back towards bottom Banana. This could be the perfect set.
Well, you've got the pistols. It is better to stand close. Yeah, one high, one low. They're going to set up the ruse. It's actually going to work out for them. They're going to go towards the stack. Imagine that. Don't get jumpy, son. That's a good shot. Yeah, they're pivoting around. No, I don't think he did. There you go. Stay behind. Stay covered. Hopefully they don't... Oh, what a shot. Oh, unlucky. 2v1, but there's an AWP. Is he going to try it? There's one around the left. There's enough money. Gotta try it, son. Oh, if that flick landed, that was on. Yeah, according to the pundits, this was supposed to be an easy sweep for Astralis, and yet the score is sitting at 6-5. For a good couple of rounds, very close couple of rounds.
game here. Does seem like MIBR, after their flood of rounds, the storm has subsided for now, and Uzi finds the shot and the kill on Insanity, giving that early man advantage to Astralis once more. And it seems like if it's not NQZ finding something going here, MIBR hard to capitalize on anything.
Almost a spray through the smoke. LNZ almost catching a stray. He does not.
MIBR slightly on the back foot. One down. Some damage on stair.
Of Inferno. First minute you spam that banana. The second minute you spend.
Double flash maybe? Yeah, there we go. Flash and a molly. Oh, the molly worked nicely. Got some tick damage.
They return the favor. Backpedal. Give up some space towards top mid. Play a little more turtled in towards that site, favoring that Arch's side. And Astralis, again, not
Pulling back.
not feeling comfortable.
Come on, you have to split 2-2 to this case. Because you're going to take back the map anyway. It is the last round.
With no real reactionary force close by.
Rotations are too slow. Wait, there we go.
Venom Zera, bit of a rough game for him right now, but that could all be turned
Good
around.
shot.
Depending on how many he's able to get with this hit. Only one forced to fall back by the Molotov. Bomb gets planted, but a 4-on-4 if you're gonna retake the
Why don't they spam through church? Everybody knows they're in church, so why don't they spam through church? Isn't that spot spammable anymore?
chance to tie up the half. Just to put yourself in a good position going into the T side. Util forces
Can't remember.
Luxie to switch positions. And now the flash over.
Everybody coming out of such a congested area. Oh, good trade. Oh. Nope. Unfortunately, they had no utility to clean out all the spots. Hey, 7-5 round. That's quite good, actually.
I like the mind games Astralis are playing with them right now. You know, MIBR.
Over on the other server, we've got NAVI. What do we have there? NAVI currently playing 3D Max. If you don't want to see a spoiler, please close your eyes. Incoming in 3, 2, 1. There we go. We currently have NAVI sitting at a beautiful 4-0 in round 5. And they're probably going to make it... No, it's probably going to be a 4-1 at this point, if we look at this event. 3D Max going to pull one back, probably. 41 seconds remaining. 2 guys left. Should be good.
On a map like this, but even with that being the case, Fozy 12-8, a little bit of a slow start to this game.
It is quite dangerous, this best of 1 group stage, or sort of a group stage. I did enjoy the last chance qualifiers where it was... That was funny. He only had 2 health. Chucked a nade at him. Dead. I did enjoy the last chance qualifiers that were best of 3s, basically. So it just felt more impactful. Where even there was a couple of upsets, even though it was best of 3s.
Any advantage they can get on this T side, they need to take full advantage of it. If not, then you give Astralis that confidence to keep the surge of rounds going for them.
Well, we see the timer ticking down, and we are about to get into the second half of play. Dual Beretta's out for Fozy. Almost completely blocked for the T side. 1 P250, excuse me. Elsewhere. Ryu, a jump spot. Not sure if he spotted a player, but the bullet whizzing past his head definitely gave him an idea that there's at least one.
Well, if you're in Europe, there's going to be a solar eclipse, if you're in the Western Europe section, that you'll be able to see just after 7 o'clock CEST. So this match will probably still be going on. To be sure to check outside.
Somehow even catching a flash, taking full advantage of the Dolly's power.
There we go. Just clicking the dualies.
Pray and pray, and it works in your favor. And now Stare a chance to try
Tick damage. Wait for the plant, son. Wait for the plant.
Unknown tries to fire a first shot, not able
Oh,
to
come on.
falls for his trouble, and he leaves it up to the IGL to try to battle back through this 1-on-2.
He at least has some utility to take a stab at it. No armor, no kit.
One flash, one smoke.
Speed it up. Probably smoke off towards pit, maybe a little flash in towards lane. But he will be met with the full force of MIBR and a nice little crossfire.
Ooh.
Down to a 1v1. LNZ. The IGL going to have to do it all here, spamming away. He just has to buy the time. And instead, he goes for the high ground. The knife's actually in. He's tapped it. And somehow the knife comes through, but it wasn't from LNZ, but still won the round. And
Wow, that was...
Truly at its finest.
yeah,
that was a fluff. Fluffed his lines.
Just not enough time to defuse the bomb.
If he had a kit, he could have just stuck it. Because everybody goes in with the pistol for the first couple of times, like pew, 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 pew. You don't get the kill. Then they go over to the knife. They don't go for the right click. They go for the left click, which means he had 5 seconds. Unless he got headshotted with the pistol, of course, right? But she just have stuck it there, right? Right?
gonna blindly take your word for it.
I had to get some money with the knife kill, but
Even if you didn't know you were
yay.
Oh no, you can trust me. You can trust me. Just like how Australians are gonna put trust.
Some Deagle tapping on the heads.
MP9's Deagle from
Going with a slight force because they did get a couple of kills in that round. Was quite expensive.
more than enough firepower to make this round competitive, but
So weaponry, we've got one main weapon, one AK, one A4S.
world they could possibly want.
Pistol, 2 SMGs that side, 1 Khalil on that side, 2 Khalils on that side. Famas.
That could be the real kicker.
Yeah, it's quite even.
as we've seen.
It's only utility that's the difference.
But this is a nice little lane stack from Astralis.
Question of will they use the utility? It's no point in having it, but you're not using it.
Watching different versions of angles here, as I mean,
That's
The terrible trio.
but if they just walk blindly in without maybe flashing or smoking, that they break apart. Look to gain some ground, a little bit of map control to regain here. Good position.
Oh, ho, ho, ho. Jabby doing...
The Famas of Fuzi spraying away, can't really find.
Ooh, getting some kills back. There you go. That's nice. That's nice. Will they expect it going from upstairs?
Obviously, 2 players lurking the way up towards halls could put a halt abruptly to this one.
Position of one should at least be known, and that's exactly what happened.
But would they expect a second one? Well, they are checking. They are popping every now and again.
Expected to be from the same position, not catching a timing on
Now
it.
they know.
Stair makes noise. Stair
Ooh.
is the perfect distraction for Hooksy to jump, and now NQZ. Great efforts with the op so far, but can the Galil
Ho, ho, ho,
provide the same
ho.
power? Not
AK to the
quite
dome.
yet. The Galil's big brother, the AK-47, to get that final headshot.
Stair sitting... Stair getting left out to dry with the first bump. No first bump for you, good sir. Not today.
Problems with how much money they got in their wallets.
Kind of comes down to that tale as old as time. Win, lose, win, lose, win, lose. You just keep forcing till it's 2 losses in a row, and MIBR answer that question with the firm, yeah, we're going to keep going. Galil's in tow, obviously with the bomb plant, giving a nice little influx of that money, giving them access to some weaponry that they might not have had.
Now it's a completely opposite story from the previous in terms of the util. It already being spent, now only 2 smokes and a single flash.
Yeah, they've swapped positions. Similar weaponry, except the CT's got better weaponry. I stand corrected.
Racket control being
Oh.
taken. A great setup from the CTs. Rio Fozy able to combine for some kills. Yeah, he
Ooh,
also
good
wants to
trades.
chime in for one himself.
Favoring the
Goes down
T's.
south, NQZ's advancement.
But nice buying of time.
With MIBR's push
We'll be able to get the plant. Nice. Good job.
Turns itself into a 2-on-2.
Oh,
And great damage done through the smoke onto Hooksy.
Damage is equal. 138, 131.
Sides. No kit on the players, but one down.
Luxie does have a bit of... Oh, how do you fluff that?
The better of him, and now LNZ versus Hooksy. IGL versus
Ooh,
IGL.
Hooksy gets the
Once again,
clutch.
Hooksy is able to close the round out. One away from double digits, Astralis are. And the CT side looking nice, calm, and collected. Sure, rounds being close, but all that matters is that the rounds are being won.
You're right, up until it comes down to the finances, it's obviously going to hurt. Only having one alive so many times in a row here for Charles. That CT side obviously pretty expensive to exist on, let alone to die on. So, they got to keep these rounds a little more composed, maybe start making sure a few more than just a single player survives. But again, winning the round is the end goal, but sometimes in the long term, got to keep the bodies around.
Well, Yabby will be on the MP9 with the aforementioned money problems that you were speaking, but MP9 is still a whole hell of a lot better than the pistols that MIBR are working with. Plus the close range really put some nice work in. Heading exactly towards Yabby's position. Ryu elsewhere in the apartments, able to net himself a kill. Yabby perfectly timed with a swing. His teammate steals the kill, but instead MP9 still
Farming the money. That's millions and millions.
Found for Astralis, and it does seem to be a slow descent for MIBR. Still plenty of time to battle back. AK's now in the hands of all the players. But pressure mounting with every single round that comes.
10-6, it was looking good for MIBR. They were making a comeback, but it seems the heel is just too high.
Not really having the impact is really asked of him on both sides at this point. Early nade damage actually goes out towards him. Currently seeing at 5 and 11. He can just find a little something early on, whether it's some additional damage or even a kill. I think MIBR have the firepower backed by the rest of the squad to definitely close out and take some rounds away.
That's the one thing I see that Astralis is doing better than MIBR, I think, was retaking Banana late. Is wasting some time. MIBR never took it back late. Like they would do initial fighting and then they would fall back to the side. It's been just a lot more freedom.
Still stuck in bottom mid. The prospect of banana coverage is interesting towards them. So they
Like, yeah, there's already less than a minute left and they really haven't taken Banana safely. They are creeping through now. But you would think it's so dead quiet. You would think there's more already. Oh, what a flash. Hooks is going ham.
Another multi-kill for him. Still alive on the biome site.
Is he got a spam?
MP9 spraying through. F0 brought down to 4. And 3-on-3 retake. Definitely a doable position for Astralis. They won't know how much health they have in the advantage department, but still, they should have an idea that not all these players are fully healthy. Smoke goes over towards Banana. Molotov towards the new box. No players affected by that, but the hit nonetheless comes in. Hooksy able to find one, and QZ spraying, barely not able to get it done. Instead, it's Yabby, has a kit, has the time, and puts
What a play.
closer to victory.
11-6, that's probably going to be the end of MIBR. That's probably the camel that broke the back.
Looks so firm and planted. It's just, again, Hooksy, that MP9, just finding everything Astralis needs to get themselves back into that bomb site once more. And yeah, there we go, the initial burst, the 2K, followed up from a third. But Gabby just sweeping up towards the end.
There we go. Smoking off Banana. MIBR can't fight it, really. It's like they don't like Banana.
Once more, the story of a lot of this map for them, it feels like.
Ooh.
The exception of the beginning of the first half.
Oh, that's good. Into the pocket of Stair. Take that nade and take it home, son. There we go, wasting some more time.
There's going to be a round for MIBR to win. It's this round. Something about Tech 9 armor on Inferno just as scary. And they might,
you know, he's close. If you multi, there we go.
Sorry, going to swing and find the backside one. And he doesn't clear out that top banana. And now it's back to a man advantage for Astralis.
But they're all over the show and they don't have the weaponry for it.
Able to evade any contact, however. Very interesting spread for this T side right now.
1v1. It's currently 3v2 left.
Bomb site now under their control.
Only 30 seconds.
Back into the apartments. Maybe a timing that MIBR won't be ready for. An angle they won't be ready for as well. Rotation comes on in. Two players focus towards lane. Contact initially.
Oh, that timing.
In the pit, burning alive. And QZ is gonna have to take the contact. The Tech 9 tries to get it done. Does good damage onto one.
Unlucky. Unlucky. The timing was just wasn't there. It just wasn't there, the timing. Oh goodness.
Match point found for the side of Astralis.
Only saving grace here for MIBR is the money.
And the timeout they're taking.
They still have those left as well in spades. 6-round difference means Astralis are rolling 6 match map points in a row. MIBR have to play.
Yeah, that's a lot of match points.
To hopefully get themselves a victory, but things are looking bleak, and Astralis are just playing up to a different standard right now.
Yeah, it seems like they woke up in the second half. They were like, cool, it's actually our time to shine.
I don't think he's had a single time on the T side, actually.
And they've just been having such a difficult time holding.
And he gets his first one. Woohoo!
Getting onto it. It's just holding for those retakes that.
That's a good time to call a timeout, you know, on match point.
Which is a little surprising. I mean, like we've talked about earlier, B site, a hard site to retake into as a CT, and it seems like Astralis have kind of haven't struggled, surprisingly enough, when it comes to retaking that site. Granted, I mean, MIBR are doing the very least of getting in towards site. Again, it's the post-plant positions.
Yeah, I think they're too passive, to be honest.
More coordination with.
Ozzy forced off with the flash. Nana once again giving up. MIBR without a real finding reason in the round so far. They will start to put a bit more aggression towards Banana and Sani. These clears out.
It's like they don't feel comfortable taking Banana, putting and aggressing onto Banana. It's all so passive. That smoke that's so deep doesn't really help. It doesn't push them back necessarily because they were so forward that might as well be behind them.
Contact. Waiting to see if Astralis want to reaggress. Ryu brought down low towards the other side of the map. Ozzy getting aggressive. The op so close. So many T's lined up.
There we go.
Shot found. Asani not quite able to trade back. And the smoke goes down. Stare up. Shoot.
Oh, look at that. Giabi's going down.
And now it should all be said and done.
Yeah, this is done. Slagiolo.
Flash goes in, try as you might. You're not going to be able to crack open this bomb site. There's no way. A backstab behind you as well.
That's unlucky. That is unlucky. Okay, let's move over to the other one.
And then we're going to have a 90
We've got the Navi and the 3D Max. Let me just open that stream back up so I can see when they start up again. We've got, on the stream, we've got Navi and 3D Max. Astralis just took the one on the other map. This one is still busy.
If you win the trophy, you get to put your favorite 3 keys into the trophy itself.
It could be any of the teams, any of the other.
You just
31.
choose them.
Yeah, you don't even have to have beaten them.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. It's like, oh, I don't like these guys. They can live in my trophy.
Just more fuel for the drama.
All right, well, 4 in a pistol is workable, 9-3, and I think this one will be quick.
Okay, we got action on Banana. HE looks like it's destined for damage. Gravity lucky to be alive after Lexi B's combo.
Both teams have had some moments through smokes.
Gravity gotten away from that, thankfully.
And they didn't really win out Banana control, so they don't have brackets info, they don't have Banana info, and that does spell a bit of a problem.
Here it comes, you know, Maka and Kersey.
Well, they're playing for a fight.
Yeah,
Kersey forward.
Flash mid, you had your knives out. Didn't go for the full swing, understandably.
This feels like an invitation to these boiler players, though.
Didn't make an impact sound. Immer's position not noted.
So I like the heads-up play to take back this brackets control because they would have been in a world of hurt information-wise. But you still have this problem with the low HP of gravity on bit. Okay.
A nice one from Wonderful.
Well, the info is Wonderful is in Chicken Pit. So do with that as you will. Now it's Masuda and Maka on A to defend against 5.
And you've only got an M4 and a FAMAS. Has to be one hell of a crossfire here. Mikaze on the warpath. Good angle from Maka and Masuta in combination. Now the wrap. Can't transfer. It's Alexi's pressure that they overwhelms them. Masuta on the side gets overwhelmed. No time for the plant. There's no time. And you can see the face on him. That is an awkward way for the half to end. 3D Max given a gift.
That's when the CTs do put up the necessary resistance with the low time, right? We had one earlier where they kind of just fell over. This time round, they stall them out. The clock becomes the problem. And with 30 seconds, they're probably chomping at the bit to get this thing back underway. So 3D Max, you get the
Well, the eclipse has started. For anybody who wants to go outside, if you're in the Northern Hemisphere, have a look. In the Western Europe section, best viewable in what? I think it's Spain and the UK.
If you're in particular, you're going to feel a little bit silly.
If you reflect on that first half of play, opening kills actually...
The apex of the eclipse should be in a couple of minutes.
Good moments, like I highlighted Imma with that two-piece feed on the A side when they had lost the exchange in Banana. So they definitely weren't winning out in terms of those opening duels, NAVI, but they did have some good individual output in patches.
This is great.
And 9, it's just that the clock is racing away.
And Masuta, just by hiding out behind that box, being just hard enough to kill.
Oh,
all right.
This is real fast.
We've got pace, ladies and gentlemen.
Ooh, it's a quick pistol. That's a headshot. Are they doing a split? No. Oh.
Chip one in. One bullet. No bullets. He's a dead man.
And gone.
Overrun. There is definitely pace in this
Oh.
one. Running into Alexi's USP for 1. Round over, surely. Wonderful trying to get back into things.
The Julies are gonna come out swinging.
Plant the bomb to win the round. So going for a different way to secure that objective, but now doing it by the book. Bit of extra cash there as well as... Oh, that sound cue may have been noted. I think hold on to the Julies, the Kev, and the smoke, right? That don't throw this away for what? A kill? Like it's
now
feel worth it.
This is Pro CS, so I'm sure there's more to it than group up rush A first timing.
No,
or was that was the call?
That was it.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is
That was a good call by 3D Max. They got their kill. They got the win. Good round.
You're not worrying about taking the map control and then playing off of each other. It's let's cause a scenario.
Rush A.
Possibly have
Absolute chaos.
that, right? And if we find that entry, if we trade out efficiently, we're going to be in a very strong spot. So 3D Max, when you were asking about trying to frame these teams, that right there, you could just, this is how 3D Max play, right? You know, an aggressive squad.
You talked about the NAVI and how it's all flowcharts. The flowchart for this round for 3D Max was rush A, and the second step was kill them.
Yeah, and the objective...
There's an arrow from round start, rush A, win. 2 arrows, 3 words.
Very hungry for the jewels, as Wonderful brings out a shotgun into this one.
That's a rarity.
For NAVI.
Gravity.
Banana, full control already.
He just wants to go. Block smoke will be thrown. That's what he wanted, and he's achieved it. Forces out that block util. Alexi has another where that came from, and Mikaze too. So, going to be trying to hold on to that for as long as they can.
The key to put the pressure on it early like this is because those smokes you're hiding will be siphoned out quicker.
Yeah.
So you don't get into the last 20 seconds of the round and you can still be blocked. This does put 3D Max in a decent position, but they haven't investigated A whatsoever. They just throwing some light utility to force a response of some kind.
It's a curious choice from Wonderful as well. Not only the shotgun, but how he's choosing to utilize it. He's just playing close short, hoping to catch someone swinging, pre-aiming pit.
Will the shotty actually work?
3D Max in this round.
Yeah.
Something just feels a bit fishy.
This is actually very interesting. There's a smoke in the apartments, Masuta on the other side of it. And if you you go a step further, it's a free frag for Masuta. Here we go. Ooh, nice trade though, provided by Wonderful. Gets some
And the shotty works. Oh.
Finds Maka. Bomb to be planted comfortably. Wonderful confirms Lucky's got the short side on lock. I don't know what the shotgun's supposed to do in this scenario.
Oh, of course, damage. It's like tink damage. Tink him, and then the pistols can finish off. I picked up a P90. There we go. Hopefully there's bullets.
Who moves first? It's got to be the shotty. Kaze draws attention.
Oh, pistol heady. Oh, shotty.
1v1 and down goes Kersey.
The shotgun does the work.
Outrageous.
Oh, he's just farmed his AWP right there, hasn't he?
$2,700.
He's a rich man. Diffuse comes in, 9th on the board, and what could have been the conversation for a
Good job there, Navi. Good job.
Fortunately for them, they do get the bomb down, so they get a little bit of extra cash going to their force buy.
Sounds like a map type. Shotguns and pistols only.
That sounds the second half. A lot of output there from the shotgun.
Nice from Emma as well.
Yeah.
Like he was the first to pull a card from the castle. That's an expression I've just made up. Actually, a brand new one.
It's
House of Cards.
Yep.
Topple pulling one of them. You know what
could do it with a sandcastle.
Yep.
You could do it with a house of cards. You could do it with a real castle.
You could.
And you could do it with an eco. So not opting for the force.
You know, there's a lot of castles for sale in France.
Okay.
Yeah, if you're interested.
Yeah.
Let's go buy a castle.
You're going to give me someone's number. Who am I calling?
No, I'm just telling you. Like, I was surprised to find a significant amount of castles for sale. If you're feeling medieval.
Are they owned by Zywo or Apex by any chance?
Potentially. How many of you are using this eco to Google castles in France for sale? Because there is a few. Check them out.
A nice anti-eco setup here from... I think it's more anti-force. I think they're probably expecting a force.
Yeah, probably.
I have heard a couple of pistols rattle off.
Wonderful's feeling himself. It's a great nade to set him up. Here's a couple of steps. Confirms presence just around the river bend. Down goes Maka, and he wants more.
Oh, what a farm.
Bits steals the ace. That was nearly a 1-mag 5k, and it's not going to happen.
Well, they've established it was that eco. Now they know the guns are going to come out. So 3 Galils, 2 AKs, the util there. But this is a massive bonus round for Navi, isn't it? Right? They get to carry through some of those lighter weapons, but they also get the cash from that force by win, the shotgun kills. Yeah, sitting pretty right now, 10 to 5, 5-round gap. Just 3 more rounds to push them forward.
16 and 3. Couple of eeks in there, but impact for sure. From Wonderful here in the best of 1. Hello, info from Makazi on the jump spot confirms Lucky's presence on Banana. He's rather alone.
Through the mid-smoke.
Yeah, and Bits of Dead Man. Lovely flash from Masuta.
Good flash.
The opener, and Makaze's pre-fire does not bear fruit.
There we go. Let's put it back a little bit. Are they doing a split? No, that's a save. Maybe peeking in, poking about, seeing what's happening.
And Alexi want to hang around and do a little bit of damage.
Sure.
It's probably their best option in this situation. You have a pop through a mid-smoke, catch them while they're going for hefty banana control, rotation miles away. You win out that opening exchange and you find yourself in position to grab this 6th round. We are finding ourselves in Group D. So, we've already had a match in this group take place earlier today. That was the Mongols versus Magic.
And the 2 big names, like the highest seeds in Group D, it's Navi and
Furia.
Yes, okay.
We have 9Z versus Pain coming up. So I think 9Z is one that we definitely need to give our respects to based off of their major run. So, look, if you're going namesake, it's Navi, Furia, 9Z, and Mongols are the 4 that would be your likely expectation. But the Mongols have 2 green players in the roster for this season, Tikuak and Darkmeister.
Bestmeister.
Everyone was blind there, besides Kersey. Second timeout from Blade. Wonderful will have his AWP.
And the second timeout from Blade.
Yeah, he's not looking too concerned just yet. I'm taking it all in. You can see this man's frustrations from a mile away.
Yeah, one of the many reasons he is our fan favorite is the heart on.
Yeah, let's have a look. Equipment value, there's a 4,000 difference, well, 3,500 difference. Navi slightly got a lot more.
No, I meant hide how he feels.
But there's a Galil. Oh, there we go. They're changing some weaponry.
That has led to some great reaction gifts, I'm sure you can find.
Who's throwing the guns away? Why are you throwing the guns away, son?
Round conversion from Navi, right? Because the loss bonus back and forth in this spread. I don't think that smokes.
Boost to start. Kersey versus Wonderful. And not able to connect the shot. Whistles one past the hip of Kersey.
Gravity's up in towards Boiler already. Very quiet across the map right now. Is some still lined up from Gravity. He's selling mid control.
And by throwing it,
It's all quiet on the Western front.
Create a little bit of a timing where they're not expecting presence in those apartments.
They're giving a decent amount of room, or at least that's how it looks from the 3D Max lens. We've been able to get banana control without forcing them off the line. Short is the biggest question mark for them at this moment.
Got lots of avant-garde approaches here from the util department. Lucky's got a big one here.
This is apps pop written all over it.
Blocked just the right time as well. With 38 seconds on the clock, you're going through that.
It's transitioning now to bike. He'll have support at 2.
Here they come. Imetalenda hand and Bit unloads for 2. Gravity and Kersey sidelined. Masuta spotted over the top of the smoke and Imet a comfortable finish. It's just Maka and Lucky.
Not a chance. Ooh.
Damage to Maka. Ooh. Lucky's found Wonderful and should enable a plant. It's a 2-on-2. Making this one competitive. Don't forget what's at stake here in the best of 1. 3D Max need this. Begging for it. Maka and Lucky have got to bring this one home. Mikaze and Alexi swing on the short.
Oh, there's like
both of them low.
30 points of damage. That's an HE. Oh, what a clutch. Excellent usage.
Scrape together. Lucky with that kill onto Wonderful there. That's the only reason the round gets interesting whatsoever. If we catch it in the replay, I think Bit does a great job. Mo's down 2. Then I think Imma, right, I would have loved to see him jump up on the box a little bit earlier in that situation, but either way, Mikaze makes mincemeat of him.
Mincemeat. If you're, again, noticing, if you're in the European area, there is an eclipse happening. Western Europe.
Otherwise, it's been very spotty. OC in the finances will be on a Mac 10. This is likely something a bit more poppy or set. I don't feel that because of the Mac 10. I just think it's getting desperate out there. Yeah. I think if you're going to try and play map control Counter-Strike against a team like NAVI, and you have some greener names, you might have a tougher time. So
I will say that the fact that Gravity's been given the Mac gives me a bit more faith. I think this guy's one of the best when it comes to the SMGs.
That is fair.
Could be one hell of a HE from Alexi. Bang! Connect onto 3.
Good damage.
And Alexi's on the floor. Hold on.
Didn't expect another one. Oh. At least was a good trade. Did that run around? Going through church? Yeah, that's good.
Chance for this Coffin's fight. Ooh, decisions.
So much time. You think that they've tightened the noose, they haven't at all. Bit just top mid. Be one of those cut noise moments. You hope that they start playing for info and push through and you can catch them off guard, or they over rotate. They will concede the bomb plant with this setup. Wonderful. We'll call the CT smoke. Imma has floated away.
Have a passive, because what, did I want to keep it quick for the rotation?
He's got the HE for the break, but going to cut the mustard now. They should be able to waltz in and get this down. Bit still hasn't rotated. There's not a sound cue to confirm this just yet. There is now.
Look at this from Masuta.
Pushing through. Oh, good show, son. But why would you have the pistol AWPer move first, not have the AWP in?
That feels necessary. It's asking an awful lot from their captain. Imet. Predicted perfectly by Maka. Makes it a one-on-one. Bit healthy. He's got the kit.
Yeah, it's maybe a one-on-one, but it's like 1,000,000 damage health versus 12. Oh, that's lucky. Oh, that's good timing. Maka goes whacker.
And 3D Max making a little bit of noise there, but this is still going to be a tough way back to things. It's not a round you're expecting them to pick up in these circumstances, especially after this. Now, this man right here has been involved in any opening they'll give him, right? It's 9 in total. He's actually on the losing end. He's 4 and 5 in terms of success rate, but he's always getting stuck in first. So Maka, 15 kills now, has given them a bit of a lifeline, and you can break the money. Well, it's broken, right? But this is where you need to capitalize, and they're just going fast.
Okay, look at Gravity go. Perfect flash, bit, repositions, beats him in. That's
Surely you call it off.
of a messy one.
He was on his own, right? The Halls pop wasn't ready yet. They weren't close enough, right? It's going to take him a little bit longer to get there. So he's just run through, given up his life, and
He's like, hello, it's me.
Well, tucked back into cover, baits them in. That's a lot.
Good shot.
Just spotted the whole squad. Bomb was on the radar.
I understand the decision-making process that we've just seen from NAVI, but it does mean now that 3D Max are back in a very strong position. Still want to finish towards A. Heard the app smoke.
Vigilant as well for this gamble. Here comes Masuta. Jiggle from Imet. Easy pickings. Wonderful. Similar position. Will he go overlooked? It's fallen into place nicely. A consecutive from 3D Max.
Yeah, which we're just talking about how difficult it is for them to get those. So
Nice.
you're not overlooking it in this situation.
Play at the normal spot.
Definitely gonna make sure that
No chances.
How that started, I thought we were in for an absolute nightmare ending to this map here for 3D Max, but they are still holding on.
Yeah, and the deliberate Mac 10s. You know, I think that's always, something 3D Max are not afraid to do. When they know the opponent's in a compromise buy scenario, just whip out the Max and go pedal to the metal, as Gravity did.
Well, they'll get an opportunity again now, knowing that it's the Eco coming up next. So we'll then retain these and hopefully farm up. This will become 11 to 8. 3-round gap. Navi on Eco with a saved M4 and Makazi that we're just watching jiggle.
Just keep jiggling.
The crowd's grown a little bit.
Jiggle, jiggle.
Most of the French fans are wearing Vitality jerseys.
They certainly are.
But they're still cheering.
And they're still here for the 3D Max comeback.
So they know Makazi's the B defender, right? So you know he saved something. You have a question to ask. Do we think that they're going to place it elsewhere looking for a fight, or do we want to avoid him, right? Do we want to just go to the opposite site?
Oh, that's a lot of damage from a singular grenade.
Gravity again, though, applying a lot of pressure. This time he doesn't actually put his body on the line, but still having a glance top middle. Bit and wonderful playing to be traded by Makazi.
Ooh, stacking up into apartments. Will they get the kill?
So now Makazi, is he able to find anything with that M4?
You just go B now, right? This is where you would group up and finish over towards the B side. Makazi, one of the B defenders alongside of Alexi, but you know Makazi was the man that saved.
Yeah, I mean, it is just a USP on Alexi. There's nothing he can do. Oh, Gravity's keeping Makazi busy and takes him out as well. You can see a little shake of the head there from Makazi.
Luckily, that wasn't a better pistol. Otherwise, because that thing could have given a kill.
They're going to be kicking themselves about how they played that Mac around.
has been somewhat of a fire starter to get 3D Max back in.
Well, there's the third and final tactical timeout from Blade. There are going to be some issues in the buy department. They are buying, don't get me wrong, but
11-9, it's nice and tight.
Utility has gone with a Famous. Alexi is going to have to make a similar decision. It looks like he's got, surely he swaps out the M4 with Mikaze here, right? You have to. This guy's just been a monster in terms of the multis.
And we are halfway through the solar eclipse, people.
Throughout this map of play. No AWP for Wonderful. And away we go.
Mikaze trying his luck. That FAMAS does start to forge a path down towards Banana.
Putting up a little damage in the Banana.
NAVI is pressure 8. Rather rapid. Here comes Kersey. Swings on into his demise. Spots 2. Easy for Bit. Dips back, finds gravity. The trade attempt gets nothing. Masuuta's gone. This is ugly. Maka up against the world. Need to make this 2-on-4 into a 2-on-2.
Runs out of one grenade.
Stays competitive. Bomb thrust forward.
No nades to speak of.
How do Mikaze and Alexi get back into this? Partner up and trade. Replenish on the Moto smoke?
That's huge.
That's perfect.
That might be it. They might just call this off.
Well, no, you go grey screen and it's easy for Lucky. No, it's not. Doesn't track him well. Alexi charges through. Maka, another, no, 9 bullets. 9 bullets. That should be a 12 for Navi guaranteed. He'd have to hit some crazy headshots.
No kit.
Doesn't swing. Calls the bluff. Double. Trouble. 10-second defuse secured. Alexi's happy with that one.
Okay. Not getting picked apart one by one this time round. I think when I see that Moto smoke come up, it's a tough decision to make. Knowing that your loss bonus is only building and we're late stages of the game, so...
Nah, Lucky's going to be really kicking himself. I mean, he's had a great map. He has been, top of the tables. He's been finding...
Top of the table.
Vin's double was great, wasn't it?
Yeah, the fact he gets 2.
Your anchor, I need 1, right? That's what I'm saying. I need... He's over-delivered with the 2 kills there. Bit, for me, key factor in that one for Navi. All right, well, this could be the final round. 3D Max. Anything left for us? Well, not quickly surging towards top mid. They want to try and do some nade damage. Top Banana rattled off. Heaps of damage done. 2 players walking wonky. Now that's unconfirmed.
Step in the right direction.
And it will force the respect. They're too low to hang around offensively. But it might force them into a gamble. Right? You might see Alexi just come and sit in the site if they can get the timing, because brackets control being ushered in by the help of Maka's AWP. Emma in trash.
Been forced away from short.
And Bomb still T stairs, so it feels like we will be finishing towards B. As he does have a smoke, we're at the 50-second mark. They are going to need a oh, he's just dropped it out. Okay.
Oh, wasn't ready for that. Emma's booty cheeks just appeared on his screen. There's a nice one onto Masuta.
A nice one onto Masuta.
There'll be 2 of them here.
Just about. Mikaze. Ooh, nails the first headshot, finds it onto Lucky. Alexi's going through this. Their backs are turned, and he can't find it. Gravity, a bit of team damage, puts it into a 2-on-3.
Oh, that's a team kill. That's never a good sign.
That bomb is down. Hard part done.
The kit is on bit, and it...
Oh, at range, Maka using that.
Good show, son.
Into a 2-on-2. Not looking too comfortable is Imet and Bit.
Never mind, it's on Imet.
Peaks Paul. Gravity's got to back his aim there. Committed to the position. Didn't stand a chance versus that headhunter. And the pre-aim, they know where he's at. Maka's got to hit both of these shots. He's going to get overwhelmed. No, he isn't. Needs a bolt. Can't find it. Navi close it down. Imma with an impactful clutch. And that's game.
Gravity's already
boom! Game for Navi. That's 13-9. Beautiful.
This will be Navi surging forward in Group D. They'll They'll be taking on the Mongols.
Congratulations to them. Well done, well done. Today we saw a couple of matches. We have Betboom and FaZe, 13-11 for FaZe. We have Astralis and MRBR, 13-6 for Astralis. And now we have the old NAVI and 3D Max, 13-9 for NAVI. And that concludes my coverage for today. We will be back again tomorrow for some more coverage. Thank you very much, everybody, for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you again a bit later. Bye-bye now.
I would say it's an acceptable start for NAVI coming into this season, right? You know, for the vast majority of the game, they looked in control. You know, it got a little bit itchy on when they